You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius. Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
But you got that ooh la la that I like. Plus you say that I'm a D-type. I put it on you whenever you come around. Cause when you see me do whatever makes me smile. Ooh, can't nobody do me like you do. Ooh, so hit me whenever you pull up. You bring the green, I got the cups, let me know what's up. Yeah, I know we've been grinding all day. So when we chill, it's a vibe, only we create. I know you're saying that you wanna take it slow. But if you're saying otherwise, then let me know. Pull up, sure enough, get what you want. I got that real, do what they want, we gon' take it. Nice and slow, nice and slow, we gon' take it. Nice and slow, nice and slow, we gon' nice and slow, nice and slow, we gon' take it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Contra Saturn. Could he know what he wants? Does he know what he needs? Is he leading me on? Is he selling me a dream? I don't know what to think anymore. Should I stay or should I hit the door? I just don't know what to do. I'm a little confused. Everything that he said knows it well in my head. Is it me? Could I be what he needs? Oh, seems like he don't even know. Should I stay or should I go? Oh, I don't know.
All genres accepted, y'all.
Give a dog a bone, bitch. I'm with this pretty poodle, posted at the bone, bitch. Take a shot of bourbon, followed by some ale. Got out hot as hell, cause I can't waste a sale like a phone clip. Look who stepped in the room. Fresh from the vet, being groomed. If they don't rep the set, then they lose, you can bet. I'm here to collect the checks in this fume. West side where my dogs at. Boy, you lying about that money, that's a ball cow. That little mutt think he fresh to death. I send him a text and say, fuck you in all caps. We came up cause we stayed down. Y'all was laid up, we was laid down. Fuck that puppy child, we want steaks now. All this 40 bust like a greyhound. They know I'm off the leash with my dog ass. Tryna dodge these fleas with my dog ass. Finna fuck your bitch with my dog ass. Wanna watch that don't tick with my dog ass. Finna see the jeweler for some dog tags. Came up on the hoe and gave my dog half. They know I'm off the leash with my dog ass. They know that I'm a beast with my dog ass. Who in the hell left the gate open? Let Sunny slide through like red rope.
Y'all know what it is, man. If you haven't already, send your music to my email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. All genres and artists are accepted. Just don't send anything that's already on the radio.
Yup.
You gotta be good. Chat to TikTok, YouTube, Twitch.
Hey. Let it breathe. Let's go. Money don't grow on trees, my nigga. I ain't never had a lick of shade. Now I gotta up my fees, my nigga. About time I been getting paid. Don't you wanna get that cheese, my nigga? I be laughing to the bank. Money don't grow on trees, my nigga. I ain't never had a lick of shade. They do dirt on my name. Tried to call me insane. Tried to make me a slave, but I am not playing. I'm not with the gangs.
We got
Mama told me to pray,
officially start.
so I prayed every day.
You can start sending your
But I put
music
that on
now,
God.
of course.
If I don't get paid, I'm letting it slide.
I said I'm back in this bitch, finna go back to back in this bitch. Sugar, Amtrak on your bitch. They got Mellow McLean and Boss Wood on the same song. Watch how I act on this shit, it's a robbery. Don't try to mix it with poverty, no. This got a cinnamon twist. UPS package got shipped off today. Whoa, I had the cinnamon sticks lurking. We got a bone to pick. Adam, control your ribs. I want my empire built on the pasta feast. Flexing my ownership. I don't know nothing about throwing the next nigga shade. I will not go on that limb. I got the gang with me, and I got silence to keep on the fifth. I do premeditated type shit, and my medicated slight bit. A scale of 1 to 10, I'm high risk. What I feel the most myself. Take this up a notch in my belt. Will I be the goofy? Yeah. Make you feel the pain that I felt. You can't see the cards that I was dealt. Money don't grow on trees, my nigga. I ain't never had a lick of shade. Now I gotta up my fees, my nigga. About time I be getting paid. Don't you wanna get your cheese, my nigga? I be laughing to the bank. Money don't grow on trees, my nigga. I ain't never had a lick of shade.
They do dirt on my name. Tried to call me insane.
We got
Tried to make me a
3
slave,
minutes
but I
till
am
we
not playing.
officially
I'm not with the
start.
gangs.
Mama
told me to pray, so I prayed every day. But I put that on God. If I don't get paid, I'm letting it.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
DJ Dork Genius.
Look, I was getting high and I crash landed on Jupiter. Tried to fuck your sister, she wanted to watch a movie first. Doctor said I'm sick, so I tried to order a newer nurse. The game need change like the bottom of a Gucci purse. Moonwalk through hell and I'm square dancing with Lucifer. Bitches wanna measure my dick, then swallow the ruler first. My bitch says she don't care, but her heart is big as the universe. Flow is fucking frozen, it's making the water coolers burst. Crash landed on everything, a state of emergency.
2 minutes, y'all.
Do this type of rap for the niggas who never heard of me. Niggas hate Hakuna Matata, they never worry, never. Suited for every situation, I'm Ron Burgundy. Rappers wearing dresses, you niggas really concerning me. Tom Hanks from Big, you niggas is trying to 30 me. Brought your bitch a strawberry Slurpee, she started slurping me. I died and came back and I tried to jump in the hearse with me. I'm so phenomenal, I was the GOAT like a fucking long time ago. Loving all on them, I'm saying Geronimo. Laughing at niggas, they comical, I'm so abominable. Knocking them down like a domino. She called me bae like my name was Guantanamo. I get the bread and the pussy and vominos. I make sure all of our visits are conjugal, yeah. I'm nothing to fool with, go jump in the pool pit. I'm Martin Lawrence, I got nothing to lose, bitch. Beat your head with a pool stick. Man, all of you niggas is squares or Rubik's. Man, you niggas is clueless. They talk a good game, but they never do shit. Put that on your to-do list. Young Clark, I got this shit in the bag.
1 minute.
You better listen to Dad, yeah.
We just keep going like for forever, and we will still listen. Hold on. We're almost getting started. Happy Friday to everybody tapped in right now. We got about a minute. Indie artists only.
Never been afraid to give me all you got, babe.
Like that first time making love kind of song.
To make me moan your name. You ain't never needed no instruction on how to tame my bird. You ain't never needed no instruction on how to make her yours. I just entered the door, invited you in with nothing but some blue lingerie, some gold heels on just because. I know you ain't used to having a woman like me. Just open to you, taking complete control of me.
Appreciate the likes.
Don't worry, I'm open to try it. All you gotta say is that you like it. Just as long as you say like it. Say yes to
Okay, let me stop.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Autobots, share the stream.
It's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
All right, shout out to everybody being tapped into the show. If you're pretty much tapped in for the first time, we are pretty much a live music reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and bands across the globe. If you have videos, if you have Spotify records, well, pretty much all platforms are accepted outside of Tidal and Apple Music. I do not have accounts with those platforms, so you try to send it, it'll only play a snippet or won't play at all. So everything else, MP3, SoundCloud, Spotify, Bandcamp, BandLab, YouTube, and videos on the platform as well. You can all send that to the show. Just try not to send anything that does happen to be on the radio. So goes without saying. Again, don't send us Drake. Don't send us Kendrick featuring Drake. Don't send us Kendrick on a Drake beat, or you guys rapping to those artists' beats as well. Replace Kendrick and Drake with any artist that you know that's already pretty much on the radio or whatnot. And if you're remixing one of their songs and using their beat, you got to do something different to the production, right? Put some new drums over it, chop it up, change the speed. You got to do something a little bit different, otherwise the algorithm and in each platform will pick it up like we're playing the song, and certain labels are a little bit more stingy with what we can play during our live streams and stuff like that. It's weird. I know. You already know what it is, though. Shout out to everybody if you can tapped in. Again, you can send your music to my email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. We are live via all platforms, so I appreciate your patience when you guys are in here. It's first come, first serve. If you do not want to wait in that line, you can always pay to skip the line to get played faster or get more than one of your records played in a back-to-back fashion. That Cash App, PayPal, Super Chat, and or Galaxies on the TikTok line.
I'm gonna choke through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries.
We also do giveaways by the end of each episode if we happen to reach 100, 200, or 300 by the end or whatnot. So if we do that, we'll let you guys know. Again, I usually have a whole cutaway, but it's not pulling up right now, so gotta wait for that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Again, send a skip if you want more than one of your records played back to back. Also, the skipping clips that you will often see on our platforms, those are also things that you guys can pay to become on our platforms as well and stuff like that. So you already know what it is. All genres. Yeah, haha, no. Appreciate the likes over here on the TikTok side as well. Make sure I'm following you guys. Give you that. All right, let's go and head right into it. All feedback is welcome. Constructive criticism is encouraged. Don't hate on the art. You know what I'm saying? Do let anybody know exactly how you feel about the records, but follow it up with details, right? I find that is the best way to really give any kind of feedback, because it gives you a little more wiggle room versus seeming like you're just hating on whatever the music is or whatnot. Like, we always have a reason why we don't like a show, a movie, a song or whatnot. Those details help us decide, whether or not we want to go back in and make those changes to make the record better, so that we don't get those kind of comments, from artists and stuff like that. So do make sure that you guys give as much detail as possible. What'd you say? You said, I'm going extra hard, pushing my artist for the rest of the year, non-stop. but that's the norm, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I mean, that's what I thought, man. Like, you've always pretty much pushed your artists and got them out there and stuff. All right, let me see. I'm just trying to save the first record to my folder. Okay, anonymous rapper, we got you up voice.
I spit hotter than a Dublin club with no air. In the middle of summer, you youngins better prepare. Represent the precipice of precision, all of your fears. Like disembodied voices and fingers touching your hair. Be wary the scary figure appearing inside your mirror, but only in your peripheral. Turn and I disappear. You nervously check the closet and smile, thinking you clear. Till you feel my breath on your neck and you start to panic and fear. I'm high as fucking energized, smoking Jack Herrera, while I sharpen the machete and pre-rope the chair. You only fucking getting caught if you unprepared. So I pack the plastic wrap to fucking pack a bear.
I see, Private.
Superior in skill. Still I keep on training in the mountains of Brazil. Stalking mountain panthers as they move in for the kill. Then I drop down from a tree and yank on they fucking tails. I'm He-Man with more clothes. Better yet, Kevin Sorbo. The flow dirty, the flow cold. Need Theraflu and I need soap. Ain't scared of you and your G-folk. I show respect when OG spoke. Blunt pass and I big toe. Pass all the points to your kinfolk. So it's fairly obvious. You probably shouldn't bother us. Candelabra is barbershops monogamous. I'm a poppy, my temper flaring, it's obvious. Tell my mama her baby died for the opulence.
When I'm back in it, I freaking see something on the floor, and then I vacuum it. I'm going to like drop it on the ground and go and pick it right back up. Then I don't even know. Let me stop. Let me say. Let's see what you got. People. Again, 1 to 10. All right, I think I do remember that one from you. Essentially, you know, this is, you know, a little bit freaking short. It's somewhere, you know, in completion, it's around 1 minute and 32 seconds, right? I feel like it's just you getting in there, just, you know, rapping a little, doing a little something, nothing too crazy, right? People can hear you rap, but it doesn't feel like the professional, the complete version of the song. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the mix itself, and you hopefully getting into a more professional you know state or whatnot. Again, the difference between you sort of recording in a studio, you know, where they know what effects to add, they have a decent, you know, mic setup, a booth and all that. You know, this is just a little bit of an example, a sample of, you know, what you can do. Nothing wrong with that. But if it was to be on like an album, something a little bit like an intro, outro, interlude or something like that, I'd still want a little bit more from you within there. Liquid said, nice flow, needs a better mix, 7.2. He said, not too shabby. I'd say 7 out of 10. Psycho. Hold on. They're always doing that. Let's go ahead. Right here. And then we had a Dorky Don't Play That on AD from that. He said I said something like 3 times sorry. No, it's all good. And then a nice flow also from Private Press. Anonymous says, yeah, it was just a quick little thing or whatnot. I mean, like, you know, these are cool for little demonstrations, right? You know, again, I usually say like the short songs that you guys try to do and sometimes even release are primarily good for the situations where you want to let people hear something, for people who are in a hurry, right? Those people, like when you're walking down the street and you're trying to let people hear your music or something like that, in most cases, right, it is a little bit much to get somebody to listen to a 3, 4, even 5 minute kind of record as they're already on their way to go, you know, somewhere or whatnot. And then they may again stop for a second, give you a little bit of a chance or whatnot. But in those situations, right, you know, 2 minutes is a little bit of a sweet spot kind of place, just to show people what you can do a little bit. But what I'll always say is if people like a song, if people like how you are rapping or singing to a particular record, nobody's checking their watch. Everyone is tapped in to what you are doing because you are entertaining right? If you're simply an artist who's just doing whatever and you're kind of just like something that's in the background, like that's how you'll know. If you perform, oh man, I never even thought about that until now. There's two situations, right? The radio, if your music comes on the radio and people stop talking to listen to your song, you're the shit, right? You know what I'm saying? In the same sentence, if you are performing your music out in the open, if people stop to watch you perform, right, and then more and more start stopping, like, you know you're doing something. Because otherwise, you know what I mean, people kind of just hear your background music, you're not necessarily doing enough, or, you know, exceeding enough of that energy and personality that gravitates people, you know, towards you. And sometimes, you know, that's that thing that we're missing on the records as well, right? Just like that thing that people hear us, they can tell that we can, you know, rap, but also enjoy exactly how we're putting it down and stuff like that. Let me see if we can head back into the free line. Let me head back into the free line. Let me stop it. That was, what do you say? Lyrically, he said it wasn't horrible flow wise, you know what I'm saying? Lyrically and mix and delivery wise, it needed some work though, so like that. Agreed. And okay, Kevy, you should be next. Come on, man, I hate when that happens. You drag this over here. And all right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a SoundCloud link. Let's see what pops up. Appreciate the like. Appreciate the likes. Thank you for the like and the follow. If you're here, of course, for the first time, for our artists who pop up, always you know, check the top or whatnot. You can send your music to my email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. We accept everything but Tidal and Apple Music. Also, nothing that happens to be on the radio. That includes the beats that you guys may rap or sing to. Try to send something original, as you know, we want to see what y'all beat selection is like and all that. All right, that's cool. If you did it through bio, it goes to the same email.
I saw that bitch, she ain't the only one. Lately I feel like the chosen one. How the fuck you to my rights, but then you can't even show me none. If I feel sad, I'ma roll me one. If I feel pain, I'ma pull me one. If I want you a bitch, she gon' show me some. I'm switching shit just like it's Sonya. Ride around town in black. I got your bitch in the back. If I go, I won't tell that's a fact. Bitch, I walk in with shit like a rack. Feel like Uzi, that shit is a rack. And you know I can't fold on my slack. New drip, but I pop that tag. Like this one more little bitch, I get mad. BBS on my neck.
It's only one by Kev.
Use a regular bitch, I'm a vet. What I told is a brand new vet. Like school, but the pad that test. Can't fall when these hoes they piss. Headshots getting fucked by the vest. While the drip finna put me to rest. I saw that bitch, she ain't the only one. Lately I feel like the chosen one. How the fuck you to my rights, but nigga can't even show me none. If I feel sad, I'ma roll me one. If I feel pain, I'ma pull me one. How the fuck you to my rights, but nigga can't even show me none.
Why did you stop it? Why did you open the door and close it? Why did you lock it? Why did you not think about all the serious things you could've like done to the track that you could've profited? Matter of fact, I'ma get on the track, then I'ma get off it. I'ma put you in the coffin.
Oh man, what the freak? Hey! Hey, when y'all do that, man? Listen. Damn, I can't even clap for it or nothing. Hold on, let me go over here. BBF Kev, only one. I mean, look, completely different track, different artist, different genre, but same routine, right? Both of you guys essentially went into your tracks, kind of did a little something, really didn't have a chorus per se, just like, let me get in here and rap right quick, you know what I'm saying? Or do something melodic and, you know, and then you just kind of just drop out, you know what I'm saying? Let the beat go for a bit, which I mean, like, look, if you're gonna be short, don't waste any second of the beat that you're, rapping to. In most cases, like, look, if you guys make your own, beats and stuff like that, by all means, do what you want. But I think about the producer too, right? I'm a producer, I'm a rapper, I do mix and master as well. So I think about all sides at the same time. And from a producer standpoint, if I do make maybe 3 verses worth of beat with a potential place for a chorus and stuff like that, like I do intend on hopefully all artists taking advantage of that time, because if there is again, if I make that much and they only handle maybe like 1 minute or so, and that's it, right? I feel like it's a little bit of a waste of time. It's only a taste again of what you can do. But when we think about what records, like we need to be able to see if you guys can make full songs, right? Because those are the things that get on the radio. Those are the things that become the bigger records from you guys, the ones that you guys end up performing at the Grammys and stuff like that. The small taste, the little things here and there, just like, let me show you I can kind of rap a little bit or do something melodic. Again, it's only going to impress a certain crowd, but those records end up sometimes being more background music and stuff like that, right? It's something that they'll tap in for about a second or whatnot, kind of see that maybe you're going in there a little bit repetitive or something like that, not necessarily switching it up too much, which is always what you want to do. Switch it up. Like, don't do the same flow through an entire record. Don't do the same melody through an entire record, because it's basically showing that you're only using about 5% of your brain for the song. Because anytime we go in and do any record, there's about like 50 different ways we can approach it. 50 different flows, 50 different melodies that we can add in there. You only use one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're only showing you felt like only doing half of the work, bounced out, and then, kind of, maybe try to do something different with the next track. But not everybody is going to get to your next track. Like, full disclosure, I've only ever heard really in full, like, one Soulja Boy song. You know what I'm saying? And like, I've tried to listen to seconds of other ones, just didn't feel what I was hearing or whatnot. So eventually I just stopped tapping into anything that he would, release. And anytime I would, he just wouldn't impress with that. So sometimes you really aren't going to get more than that one time with certain people. And you have to be able to show them as many ways that you can attack a beat as possible. You know what I'm saying? Private Press did say dope track in there. Let me see. Mix needs a lot of work. Can't understand the lyrics. 5.2 from Liquid. Rhyme schemes was good. AD said, or I think you were talking about that last one. And then what did Liquid say? He said it's hard to think someone would go to a major music award show and spoil a big break with a 2-minute song. Like, that's what I'm talking about, though. But like, I assume most artists who, like, again, you make the short records and stuff like that, like, your intention is to like perform, exactly those records and that much of the track, right? So you basically perform that like in a back-to-back fashion, get like, 3 or 4 records, done potentially in that way. But what I always try to remind you guys about is that, you can always still do that with the performances, but make the records longer, because you know what I mean? You want to give people, you want to spend more time in certain scenarios, like on the radio, right? Like, I want my thing to play for as long as possible, so people know I exist through that entire time. Especially, again, you need people, you need to give people that time enough to be able to pull out their phone, like, what, see that they like you, right? Be like, yo, who's that? Let me pull out my phone, open up the Shazam app or something like that, and to really like figure everything out or whatnot. Or, if you're lucky, you get a DJ who's willing to say your name after the record plays. If they don't do that, man, and the person didn't Shazam it, like, there may be a chance they never hear that song again. It's happened before. I've been like, what the hell was that? Let me see. Use that word. All right, let's go back into the line up. Let's see what we got. AD Rocky, you should be. And let me see, where the hell? Where? Which one did you? I don't know if you. Oh, yeah, that's what you were saying, because you had sent it several times by accident or something. You good? You good? All right. You could talk about this track in the chat. Let the people know. All right. We are live on all platforms right now. Shout out to everybody tapped in with us on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. We have Trauma Bond, 18-year-old by AD.
Your problem's not a dead end. I ain't perfect, she ain't perfect, we ain't perfect. Therefore, ain't nobody better than you. Was a veteran. You told me though I hate myself, I could be on top of the world. Felt like I never get that they're just lesser than. Never get that there again. But the day I met this chick, slid up like girl let me in. Because she's really thick, we talk and then she let me in. She said she wanted love, but also fuck. I was like, there it is. I got us burgers, she had borderline, we share a shiv. Love bomb attack, overreact, come back, get better than repeat it like never did. I get why we can never get the love we wanted, man. I guess it was a trauma bond. I wanna kill her, but I fucked without a condom on the John. Eminem was our common bond. Did you know he has Asperger's? No, that's awesome, dog. And he can rap and share our past, so trust I've got this, dog. I could have been way more. I don't wanna hate more. My parents didn't raise your boy, so that way you'll stay poor. I could have been way more.
You didn't think about re-recording this one?
More. My parents didn't raise your boy, so that way you'll stay poor. We never bloomed cause the light was hidden, not kidding. I never liked the system. Child services hurt us, I won't get them till them is glad then they mind was shitting. I remember I liked the system. They bought my favorite beanie, had bite me written. You was back in Walker, you liked that shit and said you married me, made my life the shit then. You got on drugs and you lied about your age. Told me you was 18, just lying to my face. Really you a minor, while 19 was my age. It's corny, but it felt like all my life I've been on stage. She called me really stupid when I tried texting her page. Because she wouldn't answer, I called I'm better with rage. She answered, called me dumb with the guy next to her head. Which really pissed me off, I tell her I'm checking for AIDS. She used my trauma against me like my lesson is take. Time before I say shit, I'm paranoid she say. He was a gangbanger, would've tried weapons, I stayed. Thank God I learned to age, died and if I stayed. I could've been way more. I don't wanna hate more. My parents didn't raise your boy, so that way you'll stay poor.
Big salute. Big saluta. All right, so that is what he said. Is it's a throwback with a new mix and EQ, but like as I was listening to it, it felt like it was still a throwback and still needed a new mix and EQ and stuff like that. And again, it's always gonna come down to the quality of, you know, your mic first and foremost, right? We don't know how any of you guys record, what you use, when you used what, essentially, right? But recording with the right mic in the right setting at the right distance, right? Because if you're too close or if you're too far away from the mic, those things kind of create problems as well, right? There is a mic that does adjust kind of the volume depending on where you're at, and stuff, which, you know, I made sure to link, but like I always forget the name of it every time, which is also a mic that I want to actually try out to really see, you know what I'm saying? I've seen other people sort of like review it in action, and in theory, man, like it's the perfect kind of like podcasters mic, but also for artists who may potentially move around a lot or anything like that. You have a consistency with, of course, how you rap, right? I think like with every record you want to be able to hear something, you know, like that, right? Like I know your style, I'm akin to it. I know like the type of records that you make, and where you go with you know, your writing, storytelling, the structure of your stuff, and you're still within that. But basically, I mean, I'll make a visual, right, that can sort of show you how much of a percentage your record feels like an official record on an album or vinyl in stores type shit, you know what I'm saying, ready for radio, ready for all that, or if it's more towards still in work, still in progress, demo mode, mixtape, you know, status or whatnot, because it's a little bit of that, right? When the mix isn't there yet, it's like don't do a video, like don't do the videos until you've hit that professional state with whatever record it is, because again, when you do that and then you still upload them to Spotify, like it kind of dilutes the platform and stuff. Like I don't know if half of y'all remember, there was a time where not everybody knew how to upload their music to a Spotify, to an iTunes, and the major platforms. So at first it was a lot of the industry artists and anyone who was independent but went to an actual studio, got their you know, their mixes professionally done. Like it was a lot of professional, you know what I'm saying, stuff that was up there. They would screen, you know, things as well, and these days certain ones don't screen as much, Spotify being one of those. Doesn't mean it's a good thing for you, because you know, you have to have things that people want to continuously play, you know, on repeat. For me, when the mix is not there yet, it's like good for a one-time listen, and I'm still waiting for the better version to eventually pop up. So that's where my mind goes. Psycho said 7.5 out of 10, you know, so with that, Liquid with a 6.4. And what you say seems to stay in the same, you know, pocket on every song. Pros and cons to that. Doesn't, you know, work all the time, you know, Sandy's variation in his music. I would like to see your like get a new, well, okay, record a new record, right? Record a new record, and then if you have vocals and like, you know, any stems to like any of the old records, let me see the vocals essentially. And I want to see if there's a way I can, you know, clean anything up on either side to see like what any of the problem is or whatnot. Because again, if it's the vocals themselves, if it's how you're actually, you know, recording it and, you know, going from there, nah, you gotta say that for tomorrow. No, but you have to. You have to. Look how much there is. All right, let me see. No, it doesn't. No, that's not what that means. It's completely the opposite of that. That's not what that means, little one. It's not what that means. You can go ask her. That's about all you can do. Let me. Oh my gosh, little. Oop, eat.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
What did iDrop say? He said, the beat is fire, but I want some complicated words in there. So you a lyricist, you know what I'm saying, man? You know what I mean? Only lyricists and people who appreciate the culture in that way, right? Where it's like not so much like ABC, you know, type shit. Not that it was, but like there's let me just like straight tell a story, and then there's the let me try to not only be smarter with how I say things, but make people smarter when they also hear me say them, and then they figure out, oh shit, it's metaphor. You know what I mean? Liquid with Nobody by Daniel Davis.
There's a lot of times when I turn around to do the
Sorry.
Who do it better than
What
me?
up, Joseph?
Nobody. Make you feel like me, yeah. No, nobody. Ooh, nobody. Who gets you better than me? Nobody. Who gonna swim in your sea, yeah.
Daniel's different than Chris.
Deeper than me, yeah.
You got two heavy hitter R&B dudes, man.
Nobody. Don't nobody do it better. Who you know gon' get you wetter. Yeah. Nobody. Don't nobody do it better. Who you know that's on my level. 9 o'clock. Home alone. Missing you.
How you doing?
Missing you come over. Right now. So I can really give you the business. I was hard from the start like a business. Listening to Young Blue like you're missing. So I'ma beat it blue like I'm missing. Yeah, drive you crazy, yeah. Have you craving it? Yeah. Heard it's raining. So I'm staying. Girl, that thing wet like some dishes. Yeah. Hand around your neck, it's a victim. Yeah. Hard for you to stand like a witness, yeah. A real nigga clean you up when it finishes. Nobody make you feel like me, yeah. Nobody. Get you better than me. Nobody. Who gonna swim in your sea, yeah. Deeper than me, yeah.
Always makes me want to be done.
Who you know gon' get you wetter. Yeah. Nobody. Don't nobody do it better. Who you know that's on my level. It's 10. We are hour in. Got your leg on my dress. Them expressions is telling me that that you forgot about the mental. Girl, I go deep like I'm bitten. Stroke after stroke, yeah, I'm swimming. You go to trembling, you bout to finish. Yeah, legs is shaking, yeah. Damn, like they waving, yeah. Damn, I mean waving, like I aiming. I lost my way in the singing. Yeah, I lost my grip, I'm repenting. Yeah, you back to the bed, then give you more head. Feel like me, yeah. Nobody. Who gets you better than me? Nobody. Who gonna swim in your sea, yeah. Deeper than me, yeah. Deeper than me.
Taking your girl. Nobody can do it better. There's another time when I sent a Texas, but then I wanted to freaking go old school and send her a letter, but then I didn't even know if she was cold, but I gave her a sweater and then I told her that I will always be better than.
Now let me Alright, so, if Christopher Duncanson, right, you know what I'm saying, there's another artist that he does manage that he sends to the show, who's very good at R&B himself or whatnot. And I often say that that artist can write for, open up for, and tour with, and do records with like a Chris Brown, a Tank, Trey Songz, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And this artist, I feel like, is closer to like, in between like Genuine, a little bit of Tank, you know what I'm saying, also, you know what I'm saying, within there. It like there's a different, flavor as well, but they both have a lot of, talent. And again, I appreciate any R&B artist who can really sing, because, and thank you when y'all come to the show, right? And that for any artist in any genre, when you can really sing, right? Thank you, because you are needed to remind artists that, like, things are much better when you do have more melodies. When I am giving that when I'm talking about it on the show, that is the best example of those times. I'm always like, treat your record like an R&B artist, because R&B artists would be bored if they only sung with like 2 tones through an entire record. If we just like like they literally would not do a cover of that song because it's boring. They would have to write their own, whole verse, different melody and stuff like that. But your song often has to inspire them first. And I just love when artists can test themselves a little bit. And these records, do have to hit you in that more, emotional state or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be thinking about this song when you suddenly see a baddie at any location and they're just walking by you in slow motion, right? You know what I'm saying? You make that slow mo happen or whatnot. But it has that vibe. Everything sounded, decent to me so far. We had 4 minutes and 31 seconds within this record, and I loved every second of it, right? Once again, for those that do the 1 to 2 minutes, nobody was checking for their watch. It's always when the artist is doing their job, when the producer is doing their job. If it feels like the record is actually going somewhere and the artist isn't just saying random stuff and the beat is just like a loop or something like that, right? There's a lot of wiggle room that you can do. Not a lot of artists are willing to do that work. They're still trying to figure out like what is their biggest hit song. They'll try to go in there and like just do a bunch of songs, in quick succession. But I feel like quantity over quality. Quality over quantity is better, basically, when you can, give people a lot of great quality performances, tracks, beat selections, so that you create basically like a discography of just a lot of really great songs. When people go, you should be an artist where people can just type your name in Spotify or Pandora or any kind of thing and put your music on shuffle and just go, and people will absolutely love whatever they land on or whatnot. There are some artists, in the industry that have that, and some artists that I've heard that have come to the show. When I've listened to things like Pandora Radio, there was a group, which some of you guys may know now, but at the time they were unknown, called Earth Gang, and like they are really good with a lot of the songs that they make. I feel like Earth Gang is right along in that same sort of category often as like a Coast Contra and Norman and them or whatnot. But at the time when they were unknown, they would always play on my Pandora station or whatnot, and I would always like not know who it was at first, be like, yo, who is that? And I always go to my phone and then it was Earth Gang or Logic or something like that. You want to get that effect from people to where like, damn, this one is good too, damn, this one is good, to where it's just like each one you can see where an artist was going, you see their talent, and there's very little for you to dislike about the song. It's hard to do that because some people just kind of go into doing whatever. But he said I want a better mix and balance, Liquid, so he's still being more of a perfectionist with that. And I mean, listen, send it back when you have whatever you consider complete, man. You know what I'm saying? For me, there was nothing that I wanted to be changed about it. Let's go and head back into the lineup. If you're new to the show,
be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
I appreciate you guys for tapping in with us today. Happy Friday, by the way. On Fridays, for artists who do send skips, we do if you have a feature with me, we play you know, our feature as a bonus skip as well or whatnot. So if that happens, if we do have an artist who sends a skip and they have one, I'm just giving you guys a heads up that is one of the things. We got to bring back the ladies night speaking as well. The ladies was free on Fridays, man. Listen, come serenade your fellas. What do we have? Shaheem. What is this, my friend? Thank y'all for y'all patience. Thank y'all for y'all. Y'all. Where's everybody from? Where you watching from? Where you located? What do you represent? And you know, let us know what y'all rocking from. Hold on, we got Nuzo with Chandler Vincent. I don't know which one of these things is the artist's name or the song title. Chandler Vincent sounds like the name of the artist, and Nuzo is the actual. It's you gotta let me know. All right, here, let me close this. Okay, there we go. And why does it seem like it's muted or something? Do I have to post it? Hold on. Is it this record or something? What? For some reason, let me check another platform. No, so that one. What about YouTube? Let's see. No, that too. What happened with the audio? Do I need to send an MP3? I sent a Spotify link. Nah, you should be good. We should be able to open up a Spotify, but hold on. Testing. Door 2, 3. Okay, you can hear me. That works. And this works. MP3 and all that good stuff. I mean, shoot. Maybe you should send one just in case. Cause for whatever reason, like I don't want to unplug and replug this in, but like I got to just in case. Suddenly, like the sound. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Test. Testing. Okay, I can see the thing moving now. At least on that side for the audio. Second test, which I hate if it doesn't work.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stop them.
Alright, third test, which is play the record from SoundCloud, which still seems to not be. I don't know what's going on with the browser itself. Everything else works though. Okay, hold on, because I want to get this working, and I have no idea what it is, but you may need to send. So for the newser, for the Newso Chandler Vincent, you may need to send an MP3 as, for whatever reason, again, the audio is not. Oh shit, hold up. Okay, well this one works. That's not the record we looking for though. What is up with this one? Like, something makes me feel like this is the record and it's just, for whatever reason. What about this?
Be on top of the.
Okay, so BandLab works. SoundCloud works, but for whatever. Oh, I got it.
What that shit
I got it. Damn it, man. What the hell?
Step out the room when I'm recording, it's a ritual. Losers make excuses, winners make residuals. Bitch, I press a couple hot bars, let Chandler Vincent. I'm in it, 16 hours and won't quit it. Specific, I keep my tone straight, I can't get ignorant. So who the fuck is that creeping in your window? Smelling like endo, gripping on this pistol. You better hit that little John bitch and get low. But news so quicker, index, blow 'em out the window. Is you restless or reckless? Never mind, I protect this. Anime style, push up my glances and perfect this. Fuck it, I'm gon' have to scratch him off the checklist. Fuck it, I'm gon' have to shoot him off the checklist. With a gun so big, even that nigga Goku stressing. Listen, get your goo, baby. If you share a timeline, you say it too, baby. Don't even gotta explain what that shit do, baby. Now lose the pants like you Candace in a zoo, baby.
I'm wicked again, my body's feeling heavy. My pocket's in my pocket and my posture's looking steady. My aim is fucking deadly, but you wanna know something? I wish I had an extra arm so I could rub all my dogs at the same time. Hell no, you can't FaceTime. My love high, we don't offer no damn hang time unless you K9. Come and chew it through the grapevine.
Come here, boy.
Chew it through the grapevine.
Kanye just wanted to see the flashing lights, but Newso different, baby. Newso just want flashing dikes. Designer shoes, I look like a rocker in my spikes. In my pockets look like I got baby midgets in them. Symbiotic titan, fucker like my name was Venom. Who the hell sent him? This nigga right here gon' cause some damage. She rummaging through a Steve Madden bag looking for the drugs. Call her addict. Don't call me if you're feeling lost. Call me if you need a plug. You know Newso get you right. That's a supersized dub. You know Newso see the light even when he drink the mud. The challenger type, next challenger, right?
Fight.
Kinda like it though. They could have did something towards the end there. First, it's just like letting the beats ride out, like do some, talk some shit, add a little bit of an extra kind of like chorus situation or something like that. The beat had a little bit of a vibe. I like that hip hop, centric kind of sound. There's an abstractness to, what we're hearing within the production as well. You have a personality, within there that is I think entertaining or whatnot. Reminds me of me at a certain point or whatnot, right? Because we have that sort of let me do, what I mean? It's a thing. 2 minutes of record. I didn't mind the overall time, right? You know what I'm saying? I just, again, really want you to go in, really try to make up as much of the, song as possible or whatnot. And you don't really have to even rap at the very end, but you know what I'm saying? Not bad. You said beginning came in strong. Lil Cupid said 7 out of 10 as well. You said like the beginning more than the middle for sure. Still a solid 8 out of 10 from Psycho. Basslines Radio with the fire emojis and stuff like that as well. What's up with you guys? He said, I just tried submitting. That's what's up. What did you guys think about that last record? For those of you guys on the TikTok side, we're gonna go ahead and move on and go back into the free.
Yo, nonsense and Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman,
Little Cupid, I see you.
Actual bird, like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit. I'm thinking you were high, like me when I'm looking down at a bird. Eye view when I'm cool, better act like you.
I got you, Little Cupid.
To McDonald's, I'm about to steal your Sorry, did you say you were bumping Atari? That's a game system, hey listen, are we gonna play all these games at the party? While the people are drinking Bacardi. See the look on my face, I'm retarded. Man, I'm dumb and will say shit regardless. What you think I will pee on your garden? I'm a dork and I hope you ain't fucking offended. Man, I've been a rapper since I was pretending that I was a rapper, but I was just kidding. But actually, after that, man, I was spitting shit really. This isn't nonsense if it isn't silly. Man, what the dilly with chili from TLC? Man, I'll clean my whole ass with a seashell. Debo don't punch her, you know that's a female. I'm chilling.
How two people send Insta skips, man? You know what I'm saying? How y'all even make that freaking work? Well, we got to go with the one that came in. First and shit like that. And Lil Cupid is the winner. So we'll get him in, and then followed by MLB Bro Kid. We got you right after that. So just sit tight. You guys will be in a back to back. Pay it forward or whatnot. I'm opening the Spotify app right now on my PC so that I can properly load your record in. Sometimes it'll actually load the song just as is, or it will make me have to search for it. So I gotta make sure I have the app open just in case.
Ay, 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 carnarda. Let's see what we got here.
Mommy, wow, I'm a big kid now.
All right, so Lil Cupid with Focus. So far, so good.
Please don't cry if you fall. Please don't cry over rain. 'Cause the sun gon' shine, and you gon' get up again. Do not give up on life. Do not give up on love. Keep your faith. Yeah. And trust the spirits above. And remain focused. You can achieve anything if you stay focused. No one can ruin your dreams. Yeah.
Focus on your dreams and your goals. Nothing's impossible. Turn left on Triangle Boulevard. Success is down the road. Negativity across the street. Happiness is to the right. Choose your friends wisely and follow the light. Not a preacher nor a deacon. Just a grown man speaking. Overcame trouble. Stand focused on what he believes in. Young kids dying. Adults dying inside. Dreams got shattered. Now they struggle to survive. Crying 'cause you broke. I know exactly what you're going through. Breaking promises every day. It costs to make them come true. Calling it quits is the easiest decision, but you're stronger than that. You got a reason, so don't
cry if you fall. Please don't cry over rain. 'Cause the sun gon' shine, and you gon' get up again. You don't give up on life. Do not give up on love. Keep your faith. Yeah. And trust the spirits above. And remain focused. You can achieve anything if you stay focused.
Like this contrast.
No one can ruin your dreams. Yeah.
Please don't cry when you fall. No, you gotta get up. When times get the hardest, keep your chest out of your chin up. Others try to ruin your dreams, tell you it won't work, but never let you know that's only if you don't work. Dedicate yourself, wake up every day the same way. Pray, grind, think positive always. The sky is the limit. Put that in your memo. Set the bar high, you gotta play the game to win though. Take care of your kinfolk, clean up your community. You gotta start with you if you want unity. Change is on the way because of you and me. All of us take the A off USA and all we got is us.
Please don't cry over rain. 'Cause the sun gon' shine.
Perfect.
You gon' get up again. Dream big. Don't let the rainy days
Wait, is this from an bro, this
remember you will get up again.
I was wondering if you guys did an album together or something.
Please don't give up. I believe in you. I believe in you.
lot of things in freaking life, you know, that's bogus, but like you can get towards your freaking goal if you focus. All the times where like you going, people like, oh my goodness, ThatDorky is freaking randomly getting on the track and he's flowing. I don't know what to do, but I had an idea and it was in my mind for a freaking second, so I thought I'd throw it. People know I'm a poet, I just know how to rap and shit, so I'ma freaking show it. You know what? I'm about to tow this back into the, I don't know what's happening. Let me go ahead and here and hit this. Alright. Lil Cupid featuring High Key, Focus. Good job overall, man. That track felt like a celebration or whatnot, right? Something real in terms of content, right? Like we have always like two different forms of content from different artists who will, you know, just make music in general, but also send to this show, right? Some are more mindless. Let me just, you know, same old, par for the course or whatnot. We've heard many different words, phrases, you know, it'll be the same old type records, so to speak. I like to call them, right? But when we get things that are real, actually have concepts, you guys go in there, whether it's more of a, you know, let me have metaphors, telling stories, or, you know, something that feels like it's for the culture or for the people, right? Like those records resonate a lot better. Like you get to see a person, a human being within the artistry, and not just someone who's, you know, trying to capitalize off a certain sound and stuff like that, right? So I appreciate that, you know, you guys went into, you know, that vibe, and like that chorus, infectious, it's perfect for what we have here. I appreciate that he didn't just immediately go in and add auto-tune, because not everything needs it. Sometimes we just want to hear you guys melodically, you know, kind of singing as you would live if someone were just playing a piano and acoustic guitar, which is what we always want to see you guys still do anyways, right? You know, so I appreciate that. Performance and everything was proper. Definitely would like to see a video and potential live performance, you know, kind of situation of it if you are down. What was the full time? Let me see. Beginning to end. Ooh, okay. So they gave us 3 minutes and 50 seconds. 3 minutes and 50 seconds. If you haven't been to the show before, I love when artists take their time on the records that they do, right? Some artists are just like, nah, let me get the hell in and out. I'm done. Next song, right? And I always feel like that's a cheat code. It doesn't give us enough of you. And I always look at, you know, what we do as something like, even though we kind of, to an extent, right? If you have your own equipment, you can record yourself. You essentially feel like you're making your stuff for free. You're putting it out. And then a lot of the times, you know, you end up having to, or you don't feel like you get enough of the credit or whatnot. But I feel like if things were changed, right, to where we were getting paid, because this is what we want to be our job. We want to do the thing that we love and making music, and we want to also get paid for it. And what if it was to pay to do it? You're getting paid to go into the studio and do your records. If it were like that, you know what I'm saying? I would make sure that it were, yo, the longer that your song is, the more you would get paid, basically, right? As opposed to those of you who think, no, I'm gonna get more plays. Like, it shouldn't be about the plays, man. It should be about how long can someone stay in your record and listen to it and like it without skipping to the next song. Because if you can't keep people in there, like, regardless of if it's a 1 minute record, if they don't like it, they're still gonna skip the song, right? So in my mind, it's like, nah, like, do something to keep people in the records, right? And if that were the case and we were paying artists to go to the studio, to take time, to add more elements, right? Some of you guys will just do you'll just like, let me rap to the beat. All right, I'm out, right? No, stay there for a bit. Think about what can be added to the record outside of what you just did. Should you bring in backup singers, a saxophone player,
a drummer, a live drummer to the studio? Should you bring a guitarist? Because all those elements will bring a record to life even more in a way where like people, you know, will feel like it's much better than your standard song in any given genre and stuff like that. That's it. What do you say? You said Sin, sure, right? You know, my brother and stuff like that, man. I'm saying, Derek, you know what's up, Derek? You know what's up. What you said? I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. That's what's up. He said, I appreciate the feedback, means a lot. That's that. That is what's up. What up, double back? He said, sip mine. And might not be your speed though. And so listen, we listen to everything. And I do believe that every single genre does have a way into our hearts and minds as long as it's good. But everybody resonates on a different frequency. So depending on how good you do to the record, the selection of beat that you picked and vice versa, all those things kind of factor into whether or not an individual likes your song, right? Then there are these standard, you know, did I get the mix right? Is it way too loud? Am I using the right energy? All that stuff, right, will take people out of the song regardless of if you were still a good artist and we like the genre. Like we'll still see like things that still need to be better in that way. Let's see what we got next. We have another skip. This one is gonna be for Bro Kid, MLB Bro Kid. Let me go ahead and check that.
I am crazy in the range, like trying to change a baby in the rain. Zombies aren't afraid to feel the pain. Your brain will disappear like David Blaine. Barely had no time to play no games. I just wanna rhyme and stay away from lames. I be writing every day, making beats like I am Dr. Dre. Even though I should be locked away, I'm not, man. I should get down and pray. I just wanna fly and run away. Try a gun and buy another cake. I'm about to drop another tape.
Lots of butter. Stop your mother's.
Can't say the word. All right, let's do this and then do this and then do this. This one is a BandLab link. Last one. Hold up. Before I do that, let me be reminded to post that last Spotify link that we had, because it is on Spotify. If y'all rock with that record, I'm gonna post it on the YouTube side right quick so you guys can get to it. Should be on the Twitch side as well. All right, MLB Bro Kid, Toxic Love. I like what I made. Definitely want it to be better.
Shaw's X with another one.
It's always, babe, I hate you. It's always, babe, I hate you. Let it turn to, babe, I love you. It turns to, babe, I love you. It's always, babe, I hate you. It's always, babe, I hate you. Let it turn to, babe, I love you. It turns to, babe, I love you. Cause we no toxic love it. Cause we no toxic love it. It's all the money. It's all the money. It's all the money. How come I can't? So the money, and how come I can't just run from it? Why you talking to me like this? You calling me names, you treat me like I don't exist. Like value is all in my water, and when I am broke, your presence is making it dish. You looking straight through, we kissing but holes in my heart. Now I'm cheese cause I'm looking like Swiss. And I dropped the box cause I'll never shoot another shot, because this is way more than a miss. And I treat others the way I wanna be treated, so I gain the respect. Now you gain the respect. And now I'm wondering where is it at, cause I ain't found it yet. Cause I ain't found it yet. No, I ain't found it. It's always babe, wait. It's always babe, I hate you. Turn to babe, I love you. Turn to a babe.
I need to know if both of these voices are you or if it's you featuring.
I love you. It's always babe, I hate you. It's always babe, I hate you. Turn to babe, I love you. Turn to babe, I love you. Cause we no toxic love it. We no toxic love it. Yeah, so the money.
Because I do appreciate the fluctuation of the variation of melodies, like, you know me. So it is him.
Cause we no toxic love it. Cause we no toxic love it. So the money.
That's crazy, bro. Derek said nice melody too, yeah.
We should stay away from the DM. Nothing good comes in the PM. Drop out low, I pray you freedom. Drop without a wife for the BM. Live my things so I believe in. Although I have never seen it. God, please coach me like you're a GM. If they mess up, please don't leave them. And he might be just one smooth cat, can show you Rex, but he might scam me heck and can't pay tax. And if you say he's whack, you may get smacked. And when he cheat and slack, you take him back. Hold on, now let me say this before the ladies.
He acting like it's two different people though.
Like it's the 80s. Yeah, don't you think that one night stand is kinda crazy? But all it takes is that one little mistake to have a baby. Cause we know toxic love is.
Bro.
So the money. It's so the money. It's so the money.
It's gonna be a good conversation right here.
Yeah, we know toxic love is. Yeah, we know toxic love is. So the money. It's all the money. And I'll come again. Just run from it. Run from it. It's always baby.
I knew they was gonna stop right at the cusp. All right, man, not bad. That was actually a really good song. The mix was actually freaking clean. We got a lot of great melodies out of you from there, and like it's crazy because you know me, all right? Well, maybe not you specifically, but people who know that when it comes to like melodic records on this show, I always tell every single one of you guys to treat your records like R&B singers, right? And what I always am saying by that is like, you know, to have more melodies than just like one or two and sounding like monotone and stuff like that, right? Because monotone is boring. People don't really get to see what you can truly do, right? And so when you have records like this, a Chris Brown, a Tank, a freaking whoever can actually sing will hear it, and they are more liable to do a cover of your song. Like, oh, I love that. Let me play that in acoustic guitar and like sing that at the, you know what I'm saying? And let people know I remixed your song, right? It's more liable to happen like that. And so I appreciate that you actually did that. Now, usually, oh my gosh, I felt like I was right in the house freaking right here. Usually artists spread those parts, I think, apart a little bit further. Like they'll have like, you know, 4 to 8 bars of the lower tone first, and then 4 to 8 bars of like the higher ones. This one, you had parts where you were going like literally back and forth, call and response, right? Which is very interesting. I think, like in my mind, I'm always thinking about what are you guys gonna do live? Right, so the two things that pop in my head are you know, obviously you having a real other artist on stage with you taking part of the other tones, right? Like either you take the low, he take the high, or you take the high, they take the low, and that way you can sort of do that with a real person on stage. Or, which I don't usually like, you guys going and performing to your record with your vocals on that, but this is probably one of the only occasions where I feel like it would work, to where he would have one of the tones, he's doing it, and then the record itself is doing the other tones, right? And that's all you'd have. You only have the ad-libs for the other side on there, so that way, because again, there's even a part where you harmonize with yourself. And so in that, I'm always like, what are they gonna do? Like they have to have someone upstage or on stage, you know, or it has to play within the record. But do not go on stage with the whole record, with everything, with the vocals, all of the vocals we're hearing right now, and then you just singing over that. If you're gonna do anything at all, let only one side be sort of like there or whatnot, right? So that way it can, you know, it can be like really nice and cohesive, and you know what I'm saying? Like we really want to see you guys do what we hear on the record, you know, live. That's why we would drive anywhere to see any artist. And most occasions know that, right? Like if you're just meeting someone for the first time, they don't really know what you sound like, that's a different type of situation. They're coming out to support you as a person, find out that you make dope music. For your fans though, they know the songs. They know literally, thank you for the sub, awesome. They know your songs, they know the words, they know the melodies, and so for them, you know, you don't want to just give them what they can already hear essentially on the record. You want to give them a real live performance with your voice, maybe some real instruments and different things. You know, even when we listen to this song, you could take it to, like, again, the classic piano or acoustic guitar just by itself, you performing it. I always remind you guys about that because you can change the speed too at that. You know what I'm saying? You can make it a little bit slower and then play it acoustically and sing it like that. And everybody will love those different versions of you. No, there are fans that will, like, when they love a song, they're gonna search for every instance of you making or creating that song in kind of any situation, right? So it may be you performing it at a radio station, it may be you performing it live at a certain venue, it may be, you know, you or somebody else even doing a cover of your song. So, you know, get in there. He said, I have a mask and stuff because I don't want to be known, but I would have another individual, basically two sides and stuff like that. He said, I have a mask and stuff basically, or because I don't want to be known. Listen, I went through that stage, bro. If you go back, all right, if you go back and watch the very first few episodes that I had of this show, right, I always would wear, you know, the sort of like the Bape mask or whatnot. Before the pandemic was a thing, I was wearing those masks, right? And I always said, like, no, I want to have something akin to like MF Doom or Marshmello or Deadmau5 or something like that. I always felt like, well, they get to live two worlds essentially, right? Like, you know them by the sort of get up that they have, you know their music, but then they get to go out there and regular life and sort of live. But eventually I was like, no, like, people need to recognize you and appreciate your work for what you do. And especially in this era now when we're competing with AI, don't get me into a whole conversation based on this because we'll be here forever. We will literally be here forever. But while we're competing with AI, it's more important than ever that we show our humanity, right? Our real abilities to make music, that it's us actually on the records, really performing out there and you know, get your accolades. Because at a certain point, people will realize, you know, if the industry tried to replace everything with AI and they just have like fake artists on stage and like holograms and stuff, you know what I'm saying? People would highly appreciate everyone who is a real person. You're finally gonna realize how talented that person that can sing and play guitar or piano or whatever it is, and you have that talent sort of like built in you. So you gotta get out of that shell, man. You gotta get out of that shell. Get out of that shell, man, because there's that too, man. There's that. Like, I have, again, like, literally I had the mask, but then I was like, people need to still see my face in some way. So that's how the Bitmoji thing, you know what I'm saying, became a part of the show. And
bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Alright, let's go ahead and get that other skip underway. This one was put in on the YouTube side. What'd you say? Voice mixed right, Derek said. You know what I'm saying? Nice melody.
I know diamonds are the things that you wish that you had, but homie, I'm playing old school games where it's all up for grabs. You know me. I love gold.
second real quick. I want to make sure I followed him over there. Okay, is this one on YouTube? What platform is this one supposed to be on? He says, not me, by the way. It's not me, by the way. I'm checking YouTube first. Roosevelt with Night Moves. Okay. Okay.
This may be the last ad.
This may be the last ad you ever have see or get to see me in. Bye.
That's what you hope she would say. You hope she would say that. No. Start over, man. We trying to get our boogie on. Okay. Okay. We trying to get our boogie on. We know your mama. She isn't gone. Sicko! What up, dog? It's just music in the building. He said, listen, you know me, man. Biggest nigga. You know I love you, dog. You know I love you. You don't even want to sing in the video. You just like, let me just sit here. Honestly, if we could do that for a video, I'm just gonna stand in random corners. I mean, but he has a flashing light jacket though. Did they not know him? Oh, now you're gonna look back. Now you're gonna look back. Now you're gonna look back. You don't know what to do, cause you look back.
Backing it dope, matter of fact, you know what, that's a ditto fact. Matter of fact, you know what, you don't even know what to do, but you know what, you will actually show freaking this shit. Matter of fact, I don't know what to do, but I'm grabbing a biscuit, and this shit is cool. Freaking you don't know what to do, you know what to do. GTA music, 100%. You ain't never lied, man. But wait.
6, 5, or 4. 6, 5, or 4.
I'd say it could be on all of them. There's a lot of time when you freaking don't know if you will.
do love his jacket though. I'm wondering how long that can stay lit before it
Look, you're not actually gonna get anything done by
goes
watching
out.
another YouTube.
Oh my god, stop it. Nope. Listen, if you can't go all the way, then chill, man. Let's try that again. There you go. There you go. There you go, baby. There you go. All right. So, decent record. In the genres that, of course, we would hear within a game like Grand Theft Auto, you know what I'm saying, 5, and, you know what I'm saying, I think they're you know, technically we could have probably heard it in, like, you know, Vice City if they didn't use, you know, like, real songs from artists of that era. And this being something a little bit new, I can still hear it in that, and again, you know, like 5, because we've essentially, you know, heard a lot of stations that definitely, you know, saying catered to you know, songs like that. I appreciate the length, the song length within here. Again, I'm not the person that ever wants really any song to be short, as long as you as an artist can get in there and do the damn thing, right? Have the right vocals, and then the production or the producer is able to you know, take it to where it should be, then we are 100% dandy. The video, very professional, right? I always love, I mean, cheat code for me, man, because if you have a video with LEDs in it, like colors, anything that changes colors or something like that, I always I'm pulled towards it in a certain way or whatnot. I just like those kind of, you know, visuals. The slow-mo in most videos is another thing that I kind of look at and for as well. Like, if you do that sort of, you know, 60 frames per second or more kind of slow-mo, that allows it to look very natural and you know, cool. Like, it adds to any video. I've never gotten tired of it. It's not been something that I felt like was ever like overused. It just, you know, is that standard thing that you really expect to see at different points or whatnot. And of course, you know, cuts, different locations, sometimes, you know, wardrobe changes and things like that show how much you're really able to go and you know, do things for the video and stuff. So not bad. Let's go ahead and also put that link in the chat in case y'all want to add that to the unofficial custom Grand Theft Auto playlist of your own or something like that. Hold on. You were spot on with that. Grand Theft Auto. Now, Psycho, we said I like a teat. 8 out of 10, man. That's what's up. And what's up when you guys think over here on the TikTok side, man? Let them know. Let them know what y'all think, man. Y'all a part of the show. Y'all a part of the show. Know that, man. Okay? You know, I always love a good trivia question for you guys and stuff like that. Simple. Who are, right? I'm not necessarily who are your top 5, but let's say you get signed tomorrow and the record label says you guys can get any 3 artists on your album, dead or alive, you know, past, present, you know, future or whatnot. Who would that be, you know, for you guys or whatnot? If you could pick any 3 artists that could be on your professional album, everything's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, cool. You're gonna record, you know, things in the studio, videos for everything if you want or whatnot. Let's just say you were, you know, opted that opportunity. Who for you guys would be that sort of like that 3? We're gonna jump back in the free line while you guys are over there answering your things. If anybody is trying to send that skit, you know what to do.
Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing out.
We have Stoned Junkie featuring Kid Tik-Tok Doc Cassell and Jurgen Munster or whatnot. No, wait. So, is this? Wait. Hold on. Maybe I need to say it a little bit differently or whatnot, right? So the song is, I'm assuming. Okay, so the Private Press, right? You know what I'm saying? Artist. Song is called Stone Junkie, featuring Kid Ick, Doc Cassell, and Jurgen Munster. I gotta know the meaning behind that one.
Stone junkie,
Stone Junkie, not a sack dog, I ain't no monkey, and people know that I'm so funky. Don't know if your mama don't love me. I don't know if she thinks that I'm so ugly. No duckling. Don't know what to do, but I am so freaking fast. You
I'm
won't
a
touch
stone
me.
junkie with a monkey on my back. I try so hard, but I always relapse. Klonopin, Xanax, and Oxycontin. Got my stomach rotten. I'm not stopping. Chases down with a little bit of vodka. 20 minutes later, you know my head's nodding. I'm popping more pills than prescribed to get
That's a
that
good
high.
list.
You know why? I'm a motherfucking fiend just to get that lean. I rob a bodega, escape from the scene. To cop that herb, pop those pills. Lay back, chillin', I feel so ill. And still, I'm one of the greatest. I spit a hot verse even though I'm wasted. Rehab, yeah, I thought about it, but it's Kid Ick and drugs, I'm all about it.
Wait! Did you say it was featuring a whole bunch of...
Get high.
It seems like it's about to end though.
Pass that shit, man.
I'm so confused, where did it go? I let it tell you to sit at the end of the show. Don't try to get, oh shit, I don't know what is happening, but I like that freaking beat, so then the kid gon' spit. I'ma loop it and go back, cause you know what, I like the beat, so I'm gon' rap. And I like everything you said, you ain't that. Whatever, man. Yeah, I like that beat. And how you rap. I thought it was gonna be more, but it was only a little bit. And it has a lot of these features on it, but I don't know what anybody did other than, you know, like what just happened, right? I feel like it's not the whole song or whatnot, but this is something that I would like to go on longer. Ain't no secret at all, period. I feel like that with every record that is short, but some you definitely want a lot more. You feel like there are other artists that can get on the record with you or whatnot, right? And so what I do suggest for most people, right, is if you have a song where you just have one verse or chorus and that's it, right? Don't make that the complete song. Don't, unless you intend on it being an intro, outro, and interlude. Outside of that, do a challenge. Make those mandatory challenges, so that way you can actually not only promote the crap out of it, get the word out, you know what I'm saying, for the actual, you know, song and stuff like that. But they scared me because she just randomly came out. Yeah, but you can get the word out for those records, as well as really finding the right artist to hop on, you know, it or whatnot, right? You're not obligated to keep anybody who just suddenly, you know, spits to it in that occasion, right? Or you don't get to feel bad that you're taking somebody off if you don't like what they did, because you get a preview of basically everyone, you know, at once, essentially. So do what you can. Why does it seem like I can't even see there now? Do what you can in terms of, you know, just that. Put a little bit of a challenge out, see what people will do, and you know, go from there. And then come back to the show, man, with whoever you eventually get on it, man. Cause that would happen. They're featuring the whole entourage. That's what I thought it was gonna be, though. That was gonna be a, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, and then that being on the Entourage soundtrack, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you need the entourage, you know, get your entourage together,
Get them on the song, you know what I'm saying? Go ham, and then, you know, keep it as that or whatnot. Psycho, we got you up or whatnot. You said started writing this for a contest. Theme was gang. Tucked it inside for now, or tucked it aside for now. Let's see what's up. I gotta tell him to close that door.
The boy don't have friends, no home life to brag about. Hanging with grown men, choking the liquor down. This ain't how the life for a young boy should be, but it's like, what's the choice when he still needs to eat? Don't you dare blame his mom, she's working till she can't stand. Lost his dad when he was 2, they do what they need to do. He has an obligation to send her on a vacation. It isn't the stars he's chasing, he don't need their validation. He's a man in a kid's body, they calling him Big Charlie. Told him that tonight it's time for him to catch his first body.
It's just the way that it goes. We all have different roads.
I'm like, what is this beat?
It's just the way that it ends. These gangs ain't really your friends. It's just the way that it goes. We all have different roads. It's just the way that it ends. These gangs ain't really your friends.
They take him out for target practice just to have some fun. By the way he grips the iron, you can tell he don't know guns. They teach him how to draw it, how to pop it, how to run. If they ever catch him snitching, barrel smoking on his tongue. He nods that he gets it while they hop in the whip. He's got the gun tucked loosely in his waistband. It's a little heavier than expected and he hopes it don't slip. He's hoping he don't drop it when he fires and dips. This is the first time he's ever been afraid. One mistake and his life's at stake. So he closes his eyes and he just looks away and silently starts to pray.
That's just the way that it goes. We all have different roads.
I feel like not everybody's gonna rock with the beat in the same way.
Ain't really your friends.
Like there's something to like about it.
We all have different roads. It's just the way that it
like it feels like something that would be like on a Little Big
Maybe
Planet.
God wasn't listening, it wasn't worth his time. Glimpsed a man out the window, started screaming as he fired. Adrenaline in his blood was making the gun shake, and he couldn't hit the man, his hands were rattlesnakes. The man dipped his head and he started finding cover. He bought himself some time, just a minute to recover. His own gun returning the shells like a beach pail. The man was spitting fire like he'd just seen hell. Charlie felt the pressure like a weight on his chest. He fell back in his seat and tried catching his breath, but when he tried to do it, tasted blood in his neck. Drops of crimson liquid dripping down between his legs.
Where did he go, though? Every time that I watch Lord of the Rings, I'm like, hey, man, what the heck's Frodo? Oh, no, don't know if I should go slow or fast. People like, listen, I'm gonna kick your ass. People also know that if you break through a window, you just better move straight through the whole glass. If you freaking get cut, people know there's a freaking mic that you drop somehow, and I'm gonna pick up the shit, cause freaking if I drink too much of this shit, I'm getting hiccups. People know that yo chick freaking, she got a big butt. I don't even know what the hell is happening. This sucks. Like, where the hell you at? I was supposed to still be listening to you up on this song, and you were rap. You was freaking in the thing. You was telling all the story. I don't know what you was saying, but this shit was kind of boring. I'm not really like talking the truth. A lot of times you can't see me. I'm talking to you. A lot of times I don't even really know like what is happening. But there, I don't even know what's happening, man. This beat though, I'm so half and half with it. I know though, Psycho. That's what it's like, look, it's like I like elements of the production, right? I think the drums, the bass line, the weirdness, the kind of quirkiness that's within there. There's something to it. It doesn't feel like something everybody would get on though, right? The best beats are the ones where everyone wants to, oh no, I gotta do my version now. I gotta do, you know what I mean? But if you can't hear Kendrick, Drake, Luda, Busta, Joyner, freaking Method, freaking, you know what I mean? Just think of an art. DMX, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what would bring it to a level of just like, you know, everyone needs to go in there and stuff like that. For me, when I listened to the production itself, it felt like more video game. I thought about like, you know, a game like there are a few games where you kind of play as a kid or a baby or something like that. It feels like something like that, where like you're looking at the world through a baby's eyes, and then it's just discovering all these pretty colors and random stuff. and then that beat is just, you know, playing while you're platforming, trying to jump over stuff or something like that. And the story that you're telling, I feel like with a different beat would resonate a lot more, right? Like it feels like if anything, right? If you were gonna not necessarily put this out as a single, but if you were gonna make a video to it to try to, you know, promote it, an animated video would probably do it justice, to sort of see the story come to life as if some kid is drawing it in a coloring book or something like that. You know, just because that's where the beat freaking is taking me. But if you change that beat, it hits a whole different flavor, I think, man. What'd you say? He said the beat is whack as fuck, you know what I'm saying, on this one. Big reason I stopped writing it. And you said, I don't choose the beat on the contest, unfortunately. Yeah. I just like to share them when I work on them, you know. Hey, no, that ain't bad or whatnot. I mean, it's still good to see like whatever you did, and you know, I'm curious on what other artists did as well, to see like, you know, who did best and took it. I think you are better than the beat itself, you know. We'll leave it at that, you know what I mean? And then obviously you just left at some point, and then the beat was just there. Never leave a beat blank. I know you said you were essentially, I think, still working on it, but you know, take every bit of space that you can to get in there. Misbehave, welcome, happy Friday. Hello. Wait, where's the it's Friday, you ain't got no job.
Friday.
There you go.
You ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
You ain't got shit to do. You go send your stuff to that Dorky Review. I mean, he never completed it. Let's see what we got. Next up, we are going to jump back into the free line. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you for being, how you say, patient. We have Joseph up next with What Happened to... come on! I closed my whole Spotify. I gotta open it back up. Thankfully, it looks like it's opening faster than it did that first time, so we should be good, but let me see. Yep, no doubt. Always. Share it up. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Let me ask you something, because when, like, so I do reactions, obviously, on the show with you guys, but also I try to, I try to have a stream of content also coming through the platforms as like individual posts, shorts, freaking, you know, things like that. When it comes to album reviews, right? And I know everybody has their own favorites when it comes to certain songs from the album, but when it comes to the reactors that you guys want to watch do stuff like that, do you really want them to do every single song from the project, or like maybe what are considered the best ones, and you know, basically only posting those or whatnot? I did one of the first, because I'm trying to do Clips album, essentially the one that they just released. I did like the first one at the end of last night's you know, show or whatnot, and I was gonna maybe continue to do like one per episode. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I don't know if I want to do, you know, like just the ones that I really, you know what I'm saying, rock with, or you know, that I'm just trying to see what the overall gauge is. All right, so what happened to us?
I was sitting here wondering what happened to you, but I meant what happened to us. It feels like I've lost you forever. It feels like it's bigger than us. It feels like we're being fucked with. It feels like we're under the bus.
Kind of sounds like AI a little bit.
Messages exchanged, an endless scroll. Ideas twisted in a storm of memes. We were seduced by whispers. Now all we hear are screams. Now we both like different colors. We both sound just like our friends. What will our worlds be like?
I can't tell.
Nightmare ends.
Thank you for the gift.
Can we be friends again someday? I'm thinking about these fuckers that make money from our fear and hate. I hope they get a taste of karma. I hope they reap what they sow. We said we'd be friends forever. Now you're somebody I don't even know. It feels like I've lost you forever. It feels like it's bigger than us. It feels like we're being fucked with. It feels like we're under the bus.
It feels like we under the bus and shit like fact. There are some people that you trusted, but like they or like in some situation they fucked it up then.
Okay, let me go over here and hit this clap button.
It feels like we're being fucked with. It feels.
Listen. We always got to go one of three ways with these conversations. Anytime we have something that may potentially feel like it has elements of AI in it, and like I don't like to have the conversations, but we gotta. If it's real, right? If it's real artistry, real song, you know what I'm saying, all that, right? Like I appreciate the record, the artistry. It still needs a mix because it feels like a low quality version of what we could be hearing. So do get that done properly. That is if it's real, right? On the other side, right? If it's AI, just know, man, most people are not a fan of AI records. That means when the artist is not real and they find out that they're not real. Like the moment that you have that realization, like anything that you may have liked about the record kind of goes out the door because you still want to meet the artist you like. You want to see the artist you like live. You want to see interviews with them. You want there to be that real connection and relationship with that artist. And we get that, you know, as a songwriter, right? If you're just simply a songwriter, the way you used to have to, you know, go and get records made essentially was like you either had to write them yourself, learn how to play, you know, guitar and record and still make the reference record so that you could essentially, you know, sell it to like a bigger artist or something like that. But now what people are doing is using the AI, you know, to create those records. The major problem though is this: the moment that you use AI and it analyzes or compiles and comes up with the record itself, it now owns it. You basically, like, other people can basically make and release the same record, you know what I'm saying? You know, and take your idea and you know, AI as well is another thing. It basically just made your thing and it's now on the platform, you know, in most cases, depending on what you use. And you know, you take out the ability for there to be a real artist, you know, within there. Like that's like, we won't feel comfortable with, like, you know, you doing these kind of situations and then entering the record in contest or beat battles or you know, just for the Grammys and stuff like that. I feel like it's not fair to the real artists who sit down, who write their songs, who compile, you know, and make their own beats and every aspect of it. for us who are kind of fighting against aspects of AI, it's because we want you guys to have those experiences still. We want you to have writer's block and then eventually figure something out that you know, allows you to write the right song and vice versa and whatnot. So there's always gonna be that two-sided sort of like coin to it. Yes, it's a tool. Yes, it helps you know, some of you guys, you know, get your records done or gives you some inspiration to start with. But I felt like, you know, what happened to you figuring out and like pulling out that inspiration yourself, as opposed to letting something else, you know, kind of, you know, lead you in that direction. That's at least where you know, where I started thinking about things from. So I want to hear more original stuff from y'all. Okay, I love you. Okay. Stokely, we got you up next. Give me a second too. I gotta go close my door. Somebody's smoking outside, and I'm catching.
What if you can create your own website by saying?
By saying create your own website? Abracadabra. That's what it felt like he was gonna say. What if you could create your own website by taking a dump in the internet? What? All I gotta do is take a dump? That's right. Taking a dump is all you gotta do. Give me a second. Let me go close the door real quick. Let me go and close the door real quick. Let me go close the door real quick. Forgot to close the door. Did you just say you got up to close the door? Oh yeah. Thank y'all for y'all patience. We are still in the free line right about now. Happy Friday. Shout out to everybody freaking tapped in. Of course, y'all know what to do. If y'all want to send in a skip, get played immediately. Make sure you guys hit that share and like button. Tag an artist. Like and subscribe.
Like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries.
Alright, crash out Stokely. Crash out Stokely. Let's see what you got. You sent a YouTube link. This one is 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Enterprise.
That niggas diss me in a song, bro. I'm gonna diss back. I don't know what the fuck you thought this was. 2 strains and 2 strains. I'ma smoke them boys like every day. Bring blocks to the 10-minute phase. Bad idea. We got fake shit like Draco K's. Put a pint of what inside of what? I'm having a great day. You always copping at least the front of your credit. Just say afterpay. You talking about you caught me lacking, but I'm talking about what day? When did that happen? I'm a bitch, nigga, say it to my face. It's the 3rd time you done duck, boy. How you doing with that case? Bro, better pay for a CDL, nigga. It's better than pushing them case. Let me get on to the next nigga. I just wanna slit his neck, nigga. Wait, that's doing too much. Man, all I'm trying to say is that the nigga ain't finna fade back. Put cocaine in a shake bag. Told him, go ahead, bro, hit that. I watched him tweak up on the floor. Damn, I know he hate that, but that's life, bro. Can't be fucking around getting high, bro, with the wrong people on a short road. Like a long road trip plus no phone. Let's act dead, get up on the floor. Act like a fan, screaming at the shows. Fanned out, now I hear your name. I can't tweak, I got nothing to smoke. Never hate the player, just hate the game. Riri for hate, love on the brain. You know, I wanna have a conversation with y'all while I'm doing this song. I don't like none of y'all niggas except for the people who listen to me. And to the few niggas who are smiling to this, yeah, this is for y'all. Yeah, these niggas always looking sour, but they getting paid by the hour. I guess you could say that shit ain't sweet. Knock his ass down like the Twin Towers. So the little one cried up in his tea. He'll be out for a couple of hours. I'm trying to get a little info on this tea. Bitch, the tea is ours. Hey, you ready to face the grabber, boy? This a real world that have you looking like a lumberjack, boy. Papa told me, then told 11, I'm a super boy. You got a big ass vibrator, ho. You got a super toy. Don't get close.
Can't just rhyme things, say things, and then just say things with boy in it.
Doing whippets.
To
He like
rhyme.
little T-man, it get empty, he start to flip it. Hey, ew. Fiend ass nigga. Do a lot of songs
these
while I'm
freestyles,
geeked up. I'm a
basically?
geeked ass nigga. You ain't supposed to beat the box, you supposed to beatbox, nigga. Oh, you think your ass can fight? Well, I'm a big boxer, nigga. Pink beam on a Gen 5, big boxy trigger. What I'm finna say is real dangerous. Get like me, nigga. I just make money and make music. I'm finna make figures. He just T-Painted
He
on
hard
the beat.
artist.
I'm singing like Tigger. I saw my op with his girl. He was walking right with her. The next month I blew her back out. She said, yours is bigger. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment. I think I'm a sinner. But I just fucked the ops, bitch, the gang calling me a winner. The way I come and confiscate your watch, you thinking I'm the fitter. The way he touch up on his girl got me thinking he the fiddler. He think he got the whole full, but he just got the filler. Oh, my bad. Yeah, you can't stop your bitch from looking at me, cause I smell good. Let her choose, I could really take a bitch, you know I really could. I don't look like I would crash out, but I really would. I already know that he gon' shoot, so I'm calling should.
That's so free.
There's a lot of times where I don't know what to do, but I know it's mine. There's another big and big who is on the
Alright, so I'm just sharing it up. I almost hit that Dorky Don't Play That. Right? For those who are new to the show, Dorky Don't Play That. If I hit that button, we end up cutting the song a little bit, early. And just, trying to encourage you to make and send something, better or whatnot, right? What kept me in there, was the production, which of course I like a good sample, something that reminds you of that sort of like early era of, hip hop, and will resonate with, like Kanye production or something like that, right? Your energy was okay, some would think it's a little bit boring, just because, again, think about the energy that you have on a record, and for any artist, this is not just you. The more energy that you have when you're rapping on the record, the more people or the listener is kind of like into it in terms of, like laying down, listen to your song, sitting down, standing up, and moving around while the song is playing. Like if you were performing it, with that energy, it feels like something people would still be sitting down, for or whatnot. But if you're in there like, yo, we made it, y'all, you know what I'm saying, and you're sort of doing it like that, I feel like a certain crowd would resonate with it in that way. The other thing is, right, I felt like you could say a lot better bars in a lot of the areas that you had or whatnot, right? Because there were things where I was like, that line kind of like, it could have been better, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a sinner, there were just certain things where I was like, nah, everything that he was trying to do, I see where you were trying to go. But if it's freestyled or like just you basically punching in certain sections, know that like when you guys do that, you do not give yourself enough time to truly make the best song. Hold on, let me turn this down. You do not give yourself enough time to truly make the best song and compete bar-wise with the artists that you look up to, right? Think about the Kendricks, the Eminems, the Redmans, the Ludacrises, the anyone you want to place on that list. J. Cole, you may not even consider yourself in that same genre. You may look at different artists completely. Again, whoever it is, still to get on that higher level, we have to make sure that the bars, the energy, all of that kind of, matches up or whatnot. And it may just be this specific song with the energy that you're using. Like when you have a very low kind of chill, almost I just woke up, or I'm just kind of talking to one person in front of me while we're in class, because and the teacher finna, we finna get in trouble if I talk too loud. So let me just, you know what I mean? Like when you have that energy, you can only expect a certain type of crowd and vibe to come along with that. But you have to have a beat, I think, that matches up. If a beat is more celebratory or hype, turn up, right? People are definitely gonna want more energy in that, more personality, more all of that from the artist. For you would do better on a beat that is really chill, really much, a vibe, something like a neo soul kind of, just like you have that style where you could just stare at the camera while not moving at all, while shit is happening around you and people would love the video, type shit or whatnot. I do love the beat selection though, because any artists who are willing to choose the things that feel a little bit more hip hop, I feel like you have something within you that does want you to get to that right place or whatnot. But we're too stuck in this generation right now where a lot of artists kind of get into it, and again, it's either freestyling, punching in a little bit too much, and it takes out of the performance, right? I know you love challenges. I know you guys love challenges. So even the songs that you guys feel that are if you feel the songs are dope, right? But you punched in all through, the thing, test yourself. Give yourselves the full song challenge, like call it whatever you want. But we need to see if you can perform your songs front to back without having to use the crutch of like your records being there. Because like there's too many things that go wrong when we do these things, right? Well, if you're putting together the song, punching in, right? After your song is complete, right? Then let's say like I put in the last line of the record, now let me listen to it in full or whatnot, right? Now you like it, all of a sudden you're just moving on to the next record. But you haven't learned your song. All you did was go through, say another line, say another line, say another line, say another line, think about another line, say another line, right? You go through doing it like that, and then you listen to it once and you kind of move on. Maybe you'll listen to it like 5 times, the next day or something, but at no point do you guys feel, especially on stage, like your song. Meanwhile, we get to see some of the heavy hitters on interviews where they're simply asked to perform the songs that we know and love, right? And again, it'll just be the beat. Just the beat. These are the challenges that I'm telling you to do for yourselves, because someday you're going to be tested with that same exact thing. They're going to be like, here's the beat, let's have them, go in or whatnot. And if you can do it, like, you are going to earn the highest respect from anyone who ever doubted you, forgot what you could do, anything like that. Performing live is literally the best thing any artist can do. It doesn't matter what genre you guys are in. You could do it as real as possible. What was the freaking thing that I was just freaking thinking about? I forgot. I'll just leave it at freaking that though. Shout out to Brooklyn Ledge, dog. How you been, my brother? Anyways, I still never forgot, that record, the records you did with Drex and so like that. I haven't seen Drex in a bit, as well or whatnot, but anyways, what'd you say? He said don't read backwards and stuff like that. I do, man. I like to read backwards, dog. What'd you say? Better message or better massage, man? What are we talking about here? I'm not even saying nothing. The dog good? Dog is always good. All right. Is there anything else that I can say about the performances and stuff like that? Yeah, just make sure that you guys can perform your songs, because your fans love you. That's it. At the end of the day, As long as you can do it with no problem. Thank goodness I didn't close the Spotify. We got another artist who's in the Spotify up next. Let me see. What is this?
I herald his beginning.
Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four.
Bro, man. Can't play that ad. I gotta wait for it to end. What is this? Straphill song? Reminisce. Straphill. I mean, yeah, you got it. Like, anytime y'all replace one letter with another, we could assume it's an A, but even then.
Joining us on this episode.
Oh my gosh, these ads. We're playing it directly from Spotify right now, so as soon as it leaves, we got about 20 seconds. Take this time to remind you guys, if you are trying to send to our show,
be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Yo, Dork Squad, this is Rick Sanchez telling you to donate 10 flurbles to Cash App $ pay a dork to get your song played fast as shit.
Hello, this is Grimace. Be sure to vote 1 to 10 on all music beats and video played on the show. Okay, bye.
For a car.
Oh my gosh, are you serious? Like, what is this? 15 ads, man? Okay, let's see.
You can hashtag Dorky, don't play that to stop a song if you think a song is trash, or hashtag run that back to force us to play it again and again and again and again and again.
Oh, hey there, you hosers. It's Arsenal the Beat Chef there up there in Canada, eh? When I'm riding on Mooseback, I like to listen to that Dorky Review Show. Dork Squad, eh?
All right. About time. What up, Fresh Packs? What up, Fresh?
Right off
Fresh
the dome, I'm going in. Reminisce about the past and reminisce about my sins. All that shit that I done did just to get another win. I had to grow up in the streets where all they did was fucking beat. Knock out your teeth and leave you weak. They're anything but discreet. All them niggas.
What up, Dirty Dan?
They need to go and set them free. And fuck off, some niggas weak. I'm standing on that beat. I let that pole fucking scream and let your whole block fucking bleed. See, I'm a demon in disguise. I'ma catch you by surprise. So just don't end up in my sight so you can keep your own life. See, I'm a different type of guy. A nigga that move too damn slide. I just wait and buy my time and then I go and fucking slide. R.I.P. my nigga Yikes. I think about him every night. Looking at his post makes me think about my damn life. Steady trying to do right, but this shit be a fucking fight. Sometimes I can't see the light. I think I'm low-key going blind. Shadows going through my mind, telling me to chase the grind. Then I see the stars aligned, and then they tell me it's my time. Strap is finna fucking shine. Watch me draw my own line. Then I bang that fucking eye and leave your body on the side. Yeah, another homicide.
Play with gang, ain't die. Get it poppin', fish fried. Bitch, I get it, first try. Take his hat, talking fitted, bitch. Leave his shit dry. When that motherfucking glizzy glitch, make his bitch cry. Now she blowing bubbles.
What are you gonna say?
How she switch sides. I know they ain't gon' like me for shit. I don't dick. I know they ain't gon' like me for shit. I don't dick ride. Bitch, I wake up in the morning and I fucking get high. Bitch, I wake up in the morning and I fucking get fly. Let a rapper think they touching me, he gon' get fried. Ain't a fucking rapper touching we, it's 5.5. We gon' shut the game down as soon as we try. They are getting flamed down as soon as we slide. Yeah, I be around some bullies, bitch. I'ma get mine. Yeah, strap holding the fully. That's that switch sound. Pussy think he finna get one on the gang, get blicked down. I came from the dirt, bitch. Yeah, I'm the king, I've been crowned. I'm the living goat, bitch. Yeah, I'm the great of all time.
Gotta figure end it with the chorus. There's a lot of time where I'm sitting down, lighting finger blunts, but I'm in the forest, so a lot of things gonna be praying down. Aw, man. Finna burn it down, finna turn it around to the sort of sound.
All right. So I do remember you sending this record the other day. I think I said I liked the playfulness of, the beat itself, right? Because anything that kind of somewhat sounds a little bit, video gamey or something like that always gives me just like many ideas for things to say, myself on the record or whatnot. Mix was okay, you know what I'm saying? Had it sort of, half and half. It is within a certain genre. There are different elements and structures used throughout the song. So, there's some saving graces, but there will still be some who still want a lot more within there as well. You said has a lane, but I am going to say range from 6.5 to 7 overall as the style, had been done by so many. Yep, but listen, man, you know what I'm saying? Always gonna be a little bit more or whatnot. You said that was last night, correct? You remember that, right? You remember that? And it said, did we forget the chorus and stuff like that, man? I mean, like, do we even need to go, into that? Choruses are a saving grace of any record you have, right? If you don't think that you needed a chorus on a record, right? Always, have a conversation about your songs with people. And then, like, when you notice that they don't know what song you're talking about because the song itself maybe doesn't have a chorus, right? Because sometimes that's, like, you don't say the word of the or the name of the song, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it's for, right? You do a chorus, you sort of like, okay, this is the gist of what I'm talking about, and we title the song, this or whatnot. And then when people think about the name, they are automatically able to hear the song and the chorus, in their head, so they know what song we're talking about. But the ones that don't really have choruses at all, as dope as a lot of even the songs are, how are people supposed to find it, right? It's really only the fans who are the ones who resonate with the artist where it's just verses on the situation. The true fans who like literally like you for your music, your voice on very specific beats, they will get in there and learn everything word for word. But my mama, your little sister, freaking your uncle, you know what I'm saying? Just random people, like the chorus is gonna be the thing that they at least can, oh yeah, I know that song, you know what I'm saying? And then those who listen to it in that sort of like repetition and like make that conscious decision to want to actually go in there. He said, my advice, keep writing and refining, the style. It will eventually get there. I mean, the listeners, you said, I think Snoop and so like that would be cool. The listeners, you guys have to kind of speak up, man. Like you have to basically, if there's something that like you guys really don't like that artists do, or there's too many artists doing one thing, they're gonna keep doing it as long as a certain percentage of people still think that it's cool. Or, in their case, they keep hearing other artists making something until to them they feel like, oh no, well, it's still there, so that I can make it too because they made it. Instead of like thinking, yo, let me take this genre in a new direction. Let me put some respect on or a spin on, the style that people freaking know, and like, again, upgrade. Like I feel like to a certain extent, like who really think about it, right? Let's say if anybody has saw that Rick and Morty episode where there were these interdimensional kind of large space heads, right, that popped up on every planet, and they basically challenged everyone to a music competition or whatnot. And they said if you failed, your whole planet would be, destroyed and stuff like that. And so they basically had to find one artist throughout the entire planet, or make like the best song, and like save their entire, race or whatnot. if that was you, what song are you gonna freaking make? What song would you even have? What artists do we have right now that you feel would be that perfect representation? If they said, you know, and maybe it's not even just performing. Let's just say it's like, all right, you pick one artist, and then they're gonna go through that artist's entire catalog and sort of like basically rate it or whatnot. And if it's good, you know, they'll leave us alone. What artist do you feel like has that full catalog, every song, you know, every album, they have something to say that you feel like would resonate? Hold on. Wow. You do that. I go back into the free line. And we see Derek. We got you finally up. What is this? Okay, let's go ahead and load you up. Load you up. Thank you for the lightning. Yo, I wonder how they would even figure that out, by the way. You know what I'm saying?
Gator Light from the
You know what I mean? Do they just all nominate like an Andre 3000, an Eminem, a Busta, you know what I'm saying? Like, or do we have to hold a competition to see who should go up, you know what I'm saying? Like that would be
Makers of Gatorade.
Oh my gosh, man. Hold on. All right, hold on. We got Derek with Don't Play, June 25th. Everybody be wanting to chill. What's that noise? Yeah.
Where you at though? I like you even up on the track, bro. All of the time when I wanna tell you that I freaking wanna listen to this, cause it kinda slaps. So, I feel like you are not in, but I also feel like I wanna be able to not listen to this at all. Listen to Hobson. Also, I wanna be able to tell you that I'm not him. It don't matter who you think I am. Matter of fact, you gon' give me this stink eye. You gon' be thinking that I am the shit, looking at me for freaking so long that you probably gon' get pink eye. I think I freaking will go in the corner. Matter of fact, y'all don't know if I know that I'm all in the situation where I ain't gonna hit you. It's the reason that you have got the issues. Half of your artists, y'all need some tissue, cause this you. When you don't make it, people will know that. When it's artists that are dope, they say dope lines every day, man, they won't fake it. I won't take it, dog, I'm sizzling, but I need no bacon. You know what, dog, I'm gon' break this mic. I don't even know why I'm in it. People know that, you know, I like flies in a burger when I'm eating it. You don't know what the hell is even happening. You're sleeping, cause the fact that you don't know what is going on whenever you up in the freaking corner. Matter of fact, you know what, man, I'm a ninja. I will hop up on the ceiling, listen. Diddy finna hop up on your children. I'm just kidding. Let me see. So what do y'all think about this beat right here? Shout out to KQ. So there's something within the beat at a certain point where like it feels like there's a person in there and they're stuck in an alternate dimension somewhere in the background, just like ever so filtered out, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just some, like, you know, it has an eerie feel, like the someone that got buried in the walls of your house or something like that. And you know, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? And so I don't know what it is. Part of me wants to take it out. Everything else is fine. You know what I'm saying? It is a tight beat, more or less, if we're looking at it like a, you know, piece of production. We've heard these kind of beats before
Most likely, you know what I'm saying, a million times, we know what kind of artist would get on it, whether they rap or get on melodically, right? And here's the thing, right? What I want to challenge artists to is if you get on a tight beat, don't listen to the side of your brain that says, what would everybody else do on this beat? Don't listen to that and do exactly that. Your goals are always to do what people would not do, that they haven't done. You know what I'm saying? You listen to what people would typically do, and then you try to figure out, all right, how could I flip that, you know, on its head and you know, make it more interesting? Because people should not expect what you are going to do. The moment you get into a tight beat, you know, it's almost like, it's like clockwork. You know what I'm saying? The artist goes in. You hear a Drake type beat, it's usually accompanied by a Drake type artist. They go in there, they have, you know, the same kind of, you know, swag feel, a little bit of melodicness, a little bit of rapping, you know what I'm saying? And they'll just feel like they're cosplaying as that artist. And it kind of, you know, takes you out of it a little bit. Like, yeah, paint by numbers, but I don't like being expected, right? I don't think any of you should want to, you know, for people to already know what you're going to do. Be unpredictable. I mean, so are you talking about my song right now? No, we were talking about this. Like, what is that? What is the demon back there? Yeah, I mean, like, what is that little? Anyways, it's a piano beat though, so you can get in there and kind of, you know, play piano with it. And what else are we talking about? Let me see. Dirty Dan said, need to hear that. Not gonna lie, I be erasing. He said I be erasing shit because I think it's too weird. You know, like the second opinion is gonna save your life. That's all I can say, right? Again, being in a studio, being in the recording process with another person to tell you when you're not doing enough or need to do more or need to do whatever you just did better. Because when we're by ourselves, literally, we may go in and then, you know, we may have a take and then we still keep it because, oh, we finally got that far without like messing up or whatnot. But sometimes, no, we just need that extra push. Like, no, try it again. You know what I'm saying? Get in there. Think about the syllables. When you get to this part, say it like this. You know, that way it flows a little bit better. Try not to, you know, go off beat when you're on this part or whatnot. You want people to guide you in the right direction. And, you know, and then some of the stuff that is, you know, sometimes weird is good, but it depends on again, what it is, right? I feel like Odd Future was kind of the only ones to really get that right when it came to like, let me make something like slightly weird but then also dope. Lil Dicky as well. It takes courage to even get on here and show what you got, no doubt. You ain't never lied. Bass lines, old diamond.
Like John Wilkes Booth in the booth too. True to myself, nigga, who you? Let me introduce you to my fucking crew. Cheers to the first lady of bass lines, increasing my bass with every rhyme, cause it's my time. I'm gonna shine and
Please don't be AI.
Collect every nickel and dime. I'm a criminal, assassinating niggas, sending subliminals. Minimal effort to clap these niggas up, cause I'm original. Origins of rapper hate was fate when I picked up the mic and started knocking down the gates. So empires like Alexander the Great. Success is the only thing I think about when a nigga wake up. Getting green like the green in my lungs, I spark when I bake up. Growing up in Opalaka, wasn't much of a talker. Talking shit, the fellow just popped them in the mouth if they walked up. Knocking blocks down, tearing down ideas, rejecting life in a cubicle. Lining all my moves up till it matched like a Rubik's Cube. Shifting my mind into different dimensions, cause ascension shows reflections. You obtain higher comprehensions. I don't need to fucking meditate to elevate my energy. Synergy between the beat and rhymes I write is all I need. Stream my soul straight to the ether. Do you see her? Channeling the universe's energy and bars that'll make you a believer. If you dip your hands in my mind, you'll touch the cosmos. I'm astral projecting my fucking energy over my foes. Shadows and heart, the ones who follow the dark king. King James dropped this version of the Bible and no one asked if he was lying. Applying spiritual lessons in every song that I drop. Dropping down to bank account and drop some more to buy up some stocks. Stock up before time runs out. I think the clock's stuck. Pulling at heartstrings every 4 years. I think they love struck. Love is war for these bitch niggas. I close off my heart chakra. The Dalai Lama shook hands with Obama while he bombed praises of Allah. All of these bombings are common, commonly killing common rappers with flying commas. Kamikaze myself, continuously on the verse till I make constant commas. Don't you love it when a nigga tell you to do your research? Revert to cognitive dissonance. Listening to other opinions must have been sickening. A true allergic to you phony ass niggas. 15% leather in your leather ass niggas. You 100 shades of bitch ass rapper ass niggas. How many times you is gonna keep rapping about drugs, nigga? Rapping about killing your own till you make 6 figures. Put down triggers and think bigger, big dreams. Bitch, I bridge big things behind scenes. Making big moves like I'm Yao Ming. I got green. I'm for real from clips in 02. I'm grinding, writing punchlines until my hands run out of cartilage. Common shit in your bone marrow. Success at my fingertips, all empty clips. Better run faster than Shikari when these metaphors crash the party. Part to see like Moses pushing haters away from me. I'm going higher, pushing past limit, breaking through that glass ceiling firmament, breaking away shackles of hidden truth from me.
There's a lot of times where I don't know where you can go.
Don't hit hot. I can go till time. Alright, so y'all know what we gotta do, man. Y'all know what we got to do as always and stuff like that, right? So in terms of what we just heard, right? Let's have the first half, right? First half is if it's real. It's the if it's real, you know what I'm saying, conversation. If it's real, I love what she was able to, you know what I'm saying, do. Very poetic, very, you know, in between that like Jean Grey form of hip hop and you know, like a younger Lady of Rage, you know what I'm saying, in between, you know what I'm saying? Very, very lyrical, and I appreciate the style. It's lyrical to a T, right? Where it's not her writing the beat, it's way more, you know what I'm saying? Let me get in here with a bunch of, you know, these syllables, but while still making a statement with what I'm saying. I like the beat as well. Don't like the mix, right? Because that's where we sort of get into more of a feel of a sound that does make it feel like it might be AI. Right? The more AI records that you listen to, the more you will hear the things that I do when it comes to certain songs that people send to the show, because there will be 3 things that are potentially happening. It'll be either them being a real artist, but they put their vocals through an AI program that made a beat on top of it, and you'll still get the same sound, like when it comes to like the vocals and the quality and stuff like that. The other one is them, you know, taking a you know, just literally thinking about the song that they want sort of like made, and then it spitting out both the artist, the beat, you know, everything, you know what I'm saying, pretty much, you know, all at once, right? So you don't get a real artist, you don't get a real beat, you just kind of get, I want the song to be about this, you know, they type it up and then it pulls up. And then there's like the mixing and mastering sort of like AI, you know, situations where, once again, a lot of these things don't necessarily do the best job at compiling, putting together and when it comes to mixing and you know, making sure the song sounds fully professional. It'll have good ideas, but they're like, a human will always be able to put them together, you know, a little bit better. And like, we want things to be able to sound, you know, clean, and in most cases, like, real, right? You know, I'm always gonna come back to that point of, even if I like what's done, if I can't, let's get on a record, if I can't collab with you because you're not real, if I can't do an interview with you as an artist because you're not real, like that, it takes you out of it, right? I mean, I don't know if I can't speak for everybody, but I can always speak for myself on this matter. It is one of the reasons why I'm still trying to fight, you know, against it. And I do, like, there have been digital artists before, right? There are artists within the industry that, like, they don't necessarily use their actual voice, you know, as the thing you're hearing. Like, they'll add like an effect around it, so it's mostly like it'll sound like a robot or something like that, but it's them actually recording and going on there. I'm trying to remember some of the groups that were like that, one of which, hold on, I can tell you guys right now. Hold on. Because I always forget their name, but they were a big one. What was their name? Daft Punk, right? So Daft Punk is sort of one of those, right? You know what I'm saying? They'll get on and essentially still get in, sing it, but it'll sound like a robot is singing it, but they're still in there. What I hate about AI is that, you know, it's not a real person doing, you know, anything in most occasions. There are those rare times where we will get a real person, let me rap and do a song as if I'm SpongeBob, and then put my voice through a generator that makes it sound like SpongeBob is rapping everything that I rap. That is still better than if the artist is not real. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want to feel like any one of you guys, you know, who are real artists out here, real producers, I don't want to feel like any of you can be replaced by just people having ideas for songs and stuff like that. I feel like this generation of people that want to use AI, they're literally skipping all the steps that we took to be the artists that we are, right? If instead of only having the ideas like I did at first, before I was like, let me figure out how to make a beat, let me figure out how to rap for real. Again, I went and I did those things. But if I had AI, would that have happened? Would I have been an artist or a producer at all? Because it would have taken that away from me. It would have just been me forever, just kind of like, oh, now make a song about this. You know what I mean? But no, I like the fact that I can think about, you know what, let me make a song about Five Nights at Freddy's or whatnot, and I'll make an original beat. I'm not gonna sample nothing. I'm gonna make it original, and then, you know, kind of sit down, write a song as if I was in the game or in the movie or whatever, and then, you know, go at it from that. Like, I love that aspect. Or even if it's sampling, right? You take that thing that everybody, you know what I'm saying, loves, you sort of chop it up, you make it a little bit different, you rap to it, again, cater everything to it, but you're doing it. That's the aspect we don't want you guys to miss out on. Love what you do, embrace yourself. Is today good? So it's free education. This is why this show is so good. You know what I'm saying? Sign up here then. Oh, sorry for, I'm reading it backwards again. I'm reading it backwards. You know, listen, everybody's different completely. Everybody's different. But I appreciate you guys for listening on the matter. It's never meant to be a dig at people who use AI. You just need to understand what you're doing when you do it, right? Like, we still feel like we would rather hear a real artist who can get in there and then spit bars. We don't even want you guys to use AI for help writing your lyrics. Because again, then you can't say you're the best lyricist. You can't say you're the best anything if you have to get AI to use help to do it. That includes production. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no other way around it. Even if you're like prompting it to like, oh, make this make a weird melody or do something like that, and you kind of have it generate some kind of random thing. I still feel like I don't know, like, you know, the melody itself didn't come from your head. You know what I'm saying? Like exactly one to one or whatnot. Now, okay, if you, let's say you go, you know what I'm saying? And then you want that specifically to be, all right, make this a band, you know, sort of like a jazz band starting off a thing, you know what I'm saying, and playing it or whatnot. That might be a little bit different. Right, you're still doing some work in there. In my mind, it's always about the end result and how much work is the producer and the artist or whoever doing, you know, it. We still don't want to replace those that could come to the studio and then be a band though too. So you're always caught in between that, like, you know, if I do this, I'm literally killing an entire community of artists that, like, you know, make a living being a drummer, being a studio musician and stuff like that. You know, I think we just need a program that encourages collaboration and pays artists more for it. What y'all think about that? What up, Tiffy? How you been? Happy Friday! I don't know. Yeah, it's Friday. You ain't shit. They said if you like old school rap, then you ain't shit, but I really feel like I'm trapped in the matrix, cause nothing feels real like a basket of fake shit. If you ain't got the skills, what you rap, then you ain't shit. I'd rather take the blue pill and crash in the basement. All right, I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't understand a lot of what you were saying within there. It's as simple as that. And, you know, I do know that some of you guys really go in there trying to just create a little bit of a vibe, which is fine. But I feel like if people can't resonate with the words and the melodies, then what is the purpose, right? So sometimes it's a little bit on, you know, it's the mix's fault. Other times it's the performance. Like, you guys will purposely sometimes try to, you know, kind of come at your songs like you're, you know, kind of mumbling it, not necessarily, but you know what I mean, like you'll slur your words and not necessarily try to make it clear. You're just trying to create a vibe. But I feel like that we got to get out of that. We have to get out of that in order to be the sought after artist that, like, you know, like, you want your record to resonate with that person. You want them to feel every word that you're saying. So if you can get in there and, you know, essentially do that, you will be fine and stuff like that, man. I want to be able to hear it. I can't really judge it outside of, you know, just the mix itself and, you know, some of what we were hearing right there. These are those snaps. See, my friends and wife aren't big fans of what that song. Let us know what y'all think about this one. Alcoholics Anonymous by Sicko ENT. He said he made this one in 2013, so this is a throwback.
This is a production.
I watched a man grow older, he watched his mother die. I seen a young man take his life from suicide. I watched a man put a needle in his arm, he didn't care about no one. The man I knew is gone. I watched a man give up on his dreams, only 10 years later.
What up? I see you over there on the Twitch.
I watched a man go and turn his whole life around, a smile on his face. At night he laid his daughter down. I seen a guy put on the whole city, watched another stuff from charity, took a bill 50.
so sophisticated, but he's so greedy. Sees a child in the streets, but he wouldn't give him any. Such diversity, we lack common sense. Most will snitch on one another, bro, I live in that fence. I guess love is just empathy disguised as a stranger. Rage in my cage, cause my life is full of anger.
And that was my work. And when I
appreciate the gifts. Times when I'm really low. But I appreciate the live.
Couldn't get that door closed or the holder closed. I had a platoon sergeant commit suicide. That threw me back into a combat mode. And,
the things I've seen with my own eyes, I've done some things my mama cried. I've contemplated suicide. I lost a woman, ride or die. I opened up so many beers, I've shed so many shameful tears. These people help me volunteers, but why the care it's ever clear. I've punched a person, broke his jaw, he bounced my head against the wall. I'm full of scars, I didn't fall. It's obsolete, I love you all. I had these voices in my head, I thought that I was better dead. I listened to what my brother said, I hit him in red. Give me the strength to accept what I can't change. I'm sober now when it feels so strange. Face thanks all rattle in my mind. If I have another drink, I will be just fine. Recollect and remind, remember everything's fine. Collected thoughts of a swine, I call for help all the time. To tell the truth, my life is getting better. I see the sun shine at the end of stormy weather.
gotta stay with it. You gotta keep your mind open.
There's a lot of time.
You gotta say, it's going to be better in the long run. And it really is going to be better in the long run. I'll tell anybody, I was terrible. And I was never there.
Tomorrow's production available in today's market. Upgrade your sounds today and start making hits.
Golly. That's the longest tag ever.
Learn the problems that I had.
Go to the whole thing.
I was never there for.
Hold on, I might have to restart the TikTok slide real quick.
I was never there for.
BandLab is, not BandLab, platform's shipping out the content or something. We'll come back. We'll come back. Shout out to every artist who wanna get on attack and who wanna get on attack, and then artists who always like wanna get on attack, and I wanna get on.
I was never there for.
This is Cindy's production.
It's going to be better in the long run.
It's gonna be better on the long run, but how do you know?
Hurry up and freak. I hate when it does that, man. It's like, nah, fam, I'm good. I ain't gonna clap. I'm good. Good looking though. Good looking though. Good looking on my ass, bro. If you don't get your ass in there. All right. Shout out to LB singing on that right there, man. Like, listen, you know, I appreciate. I appreciate, you know, the vast multitude of records that you can do. You know, so not just like the amount, but like the type of records that you can get in there. You know, you're not a one-trick pony, right? You don't just make type records. And you have the ability to really be kind of like unpredictable from song to song. Something can be like, this is more real. It's you know, a serious, you know, topic, often, you know, touchy things that people have, you know, been through themselves or know people who have, you know what I'm saying? You know, and there are very seldom, you know, those that are always willing to talk about, you know, certain topics, you know, at all. So, you know, but I've heard so many, you know, from you. So I appreciate that you're even willing to go in there. Now, it is a throwback, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, but you've had records throughout the time that have dealt with such topics that have, you know, been something proper or whatnot. This is the only one that had probably like minimal visuals sort of like going on sort of like with it or whatnot, but I'm not expecting more than that because again, it's a throwback, right? over time, you eventually started doing more visuals in so many different ways, like when it came to like the green screen, the animation, and you know, those elements helped it, you know, continue to go up and do his thing or whatnot. You have a piano within there as well, so you know, essentially, you know what it is. If you can go in and sort of play it. Oh my gosh, what did I do? What did I do? All right, hold on. Like, I always want you to get in there with that situation where somebody can play the piano and you can perform it, man. Just because, again, it's the most professional thing anybody can do. So I'm doing my part in terms of making sure that you all have that piece of, you know, education, you know what I'm saying, within there. What do you say? Who buys a Dr. Dre disc with all 12 tracks monotone or something like that? What does that mean? Buys a Dr. Dre disc with all 12 tracks monotone. You gotta rephrase. Yep, gotta rephrase, gotta rephrase, gotta rephrase, gotta Alright, GMC with Hail to the King. I know it's gonna freaking do. Oh, no. Is it gonna play it? Is it finally gonna? To the King. About time. And lots of love. May he protect us from the evil. Hail to the King. Lots of love. May he protect us. He does protect us.
Hail to the king, bow down, kiss the ring. The mountains will sing that it's you that's supreme. I'm in view of your throne, and that light that is shown is so bright that I know that I might get to grow just by looking at your goodness, cause your word is what I seek. The Bible's where you put this manna that I gotta eat. Your blood is nothing cheap, I'm covered in it deep, wrapped up like a mummy when they put him in a sheet. The air and the breeze, all the pears and the trees. God, you made it all, from the bears to the bees. I'm aware of the share of these tears in the weeds that they'll swear that they care, but they rarely believe. Men don't go and minimize your word, that's absurd, and water down the truth with this proof that they heard. So don't be deceived by the scientific creed of those that believe that we came from the trees.
Hail to the King and lots of love. May he protect us from the evil. Hail to the King. Hail to the King. Lots of love. Oh, may he protect us from evil.
All hail to his majesty, the God of heaven and earth. The Nazarene king of the Jews, measure his worth. The King of Kings, Lord of Lords, got it locked like Leavenworth on red alert. Perch, no competitors. Praying for the predator, born lowly in the manger, but something major's at work. At his birth, both the shepherds and wise men that travel to find him, carrying gold, frankincense, and myrrh. The one to whom we search, hidden like a treasure buried in dirt, for better or worse. Like a marriage, you can bank on him, like the Federal Reserve. Preeminence, a bow in his presence, he is excellent. A maverick like dirt, Christ didn't give us the death that we deserved. Instead, he deaded the curse, for his dead is letting he serve. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first, that's the word.
Hail to the King,
church,
and lots of love. Hail to the King, protect us from the evil. Eating a tater. Hail to the King, lots of love.
Gotta be patient. We are live on all platforms right now at the same time. Big salute. GMC with Hail to the King featuring Deacon Daz. How did you guys feel about that? Let me see if I can clap. Thank you. So I like, hold on, let me turn this on right here. I like the aspect of you know, that more sort of like reggae, you know, feel within the production. I think that brings any record, you know, to a you know, a better, you know, element of whatnot. I'm surprised we haven't had just like even more of those sort of, you know, records kind of being sampled and you know, remixed in a certain freaking way. You know, chorus feels you know, very good, and it feels real, right? Like at first it felt like it was a sample, like that first half, yeah, you're the king, but then he sort of comes back with the second half that's a little bit different, and it makes it feel, you know, a little bit more real. Then of course you have more standard rap verses, which again bring it all home. I feel like these, like the mixture of hip-hop and reggae, you know, it's something that I feel like has always had that equal, you know, love for each other or whatnot. We had I think Ziggy Marley, you know, making sort of like certain songs or something like that with like Nas and, you know, things like that in the past. So there's always been that there, and it's easy to get out there and perform live. You guys know the drills. Let's see what we got next. We got Key Q with Kaka. And let's just hope your song isn't exactly as described. Let's just hope your song is, you know, let's say something we'd want to put in a golden toilet. How about that, man? Let's see. Could be something crazy.
Let me get it cracking like cheeses. Barefoot all in the sandals like Jesus. 2015, I was feeling like Jesus. Little did I know I was missing all the pieces. Spent a couple hours, bought her in the flowers. All about the cream, you could call it clam chowder. Nose in the powder, now I'm a father. Covering the bases, it's so Joe Mauer. Don't it feel great? Raising my son like grapes. Even when the whole world breaks, I just pull right stick, left, right, shake. Looking at my life, you could say I
ain't or can't. What can we say you do?
Change or feeling so damn potent. Mix a little love in the potion. Sugar in the spice, that's ocean. Ain't no telling where the little man's going. Swear he been floating. I've been ocean glow with her. Walking that bitch like I own that bitch. And I let a bitch nigga talk. I'm on the new. I'm on the new. I'm on the new. I'm on the new.
You're on the new.
I'm on the new.
You're on the.
I'm on the new. Ay, Hollow was a pumpkin. Remember when I had y'all jumping days? I was in the garage stunting, man. Need that feeling back, it's a bunch of ways. But today is Sunday, and I'm drinking on coffee right before church. Demons falling off me, but it still hurts. It's another day that I'm far from work, but it's alright. Say a prayer, dream about Off-White. In Jamaica, I've been up all night. Roller Vega, low-key, it's been kinda dark for the fan, but we scheme while the baby fall asleep on the couch. What he dreaming about, probably anything else than what we grieving about. I just breathe in the cloud. That smoke and it's loud, and I stare at the sky while the sun's coming down. I'm on the new. I've been on some glow with her. Walking that bitch like I own that bitch, and I let a bitch nigga talk.
I like that. Shout out to the production, you know what I'm saying, on this, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to the producer, you know, because everything sounds crisp and clean, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to them like drums and everything, right? Feels, you know, close to getting that live performance, you know, kind of situation. Mix was also clean in, you know, your vocals. You have a personality. It felt like you were prepared for this song. Right? We always talk about some of the artists who may have way too little energy. We talk about them feeling or sounding like they just woke up. And one of the pieces of advice I always give you guys is to have fun with whatever record that you're on. Like if we hear you having, you know, fun, we have fun as well. And, you know, equate that as well with you also, you know, saying dope shit, having a nice, you know what I'm saying, flow through it throughout. As long as it feels like you're giving a performance and trying, then you know, you're good or whatnot. He said he produced it, you know, saying as well. So not bad, not bad. You know what I mean? You get in there. What do you prefer to do production wise? Like going, like producing over your record after the fact, right? Like maybe you have, you know, something that you have vocally, right? And then like maybe you sort of build a beat on top or figuring around, you know what I'm saying? Or on the opposite side where, you know, you write to a beat. For me, I love to create the marriage with whatever beat that I'm rapping to, as opposed to like having stuff, you know, and then randomly just putting what something to some other, you know, beat or and stuff like that. It's, again, like you can just get in there, you know, a little bit more. You can figure out what you want to do. It also inspires like what you potentially want to say for, like, you know, a chorus and you know, stuff like that. I feel like Pharrell would appreciate this one as well. What up, Dirty Dan? He said, all right, run that back, man. You know what I'm saying? Precisely. As requested, my good sir. Hold on, let me find it.
Mommy, I can't find it. Run it back button.
There can never be too many books, but living without the internet would suck and shit would get weird like too many cooks. If you're always getting robbed, there's too many crooks.
Living without the internet would suck and shit would get weird like too many cooks.
One more time. One more time.
Let me get it cracking like cheeses. Barefoot all in the sandals like Jesus. 2015, I was feeling like Jesus. Little did I know I was missing all the pieces. Spent a couple hours watering the flowers. All about the cream, you could call it clam chowder. Nose in the powder, now I'm a father. Covering the bases, it's so Joe Mauer. Don't it feel great? Raising my son like grapes. Even when the whole world breaks, I just pull right stick, left, right shake. Looking at my life, you could say I
also appreciate that you didn't punch in. Only certain artists realize that, man.
Or feeling so damn potent. Mix a little love in the potion. Sugar in the spice, that's ocean.
It's
Ain't
okay
no telling where the
sometimes.
little man's going. Swear he been floating. I've been ocean glow with her. Walking that bitch like I own that bitch. And I let a bitch nigga talk. I'm on the new. 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 Ay. Hollow was a pumpkin. Remember when I had y'all jumping days? I was in the garage stunting, man. Need that feeling back, it's a bunch of ways. But today is Sunday, and I'm drinking on coffee right before church. Demons falling off me, but it still hurts. It's another day that I'm far from work, but it's alright. Say a prayer, dream about Off-White. In Jamaica, I've been up all night. Roller Vega, low-key, it's been kinda dark for the fan, but we scheme while the baby fall asleep on the couch. What he dreaming about, probably anything else than what we grieving about. I just breathe in the cloud and that smoke and it's loud, and I stare at the sky while the sun's coming down. I'm on the new. I've been on some glow with her. Walking that bitch like I own that bitch, and I let a bitch nigga talk.
Any plans for a video? I'm always usually telling people as well. I'm always usually telling people as well to, you know, to make their songs longer if they can or whatnot, just so you're spending more time with the, with the listeners and stuff like that, right? We love getting our money's worth, even though, you know, technically when we listen to y'all songs, right, again, it's more or less free, right? We go to a thing, we get to hear your stuff as much as we want, but I want artists to start thinking in the opposite way, to where, like, you know, say what if we had to pay every single time we wanted to listen to an artist song, right? So it was more for the privilege of listening to the record. And in those cases, I can almost guarantee that people would feel some type of way about all the shorter records, you know, out there. They'd be like, oh hell no, ain't no way I'm paying to listen to that. It's only 2 minutes, right? You're gonna want your time, you know, worth or whatnot. And you think that same way about movies and stuff like that. You find out something's only like 30 minutes long, ain't no way you're paying the same amount you would pay for something that's 2 hours and 30 minutes or, you know, 3 hours. You know, you always want to and thank goodness that they don't charge extra for the movies that are around like 3 hours. But if they did, you know, I wouldn't you know, fault them, as long as that time, you know, there was freaking worth it. We got Dirty
At
Dan.
LinkedIn, we know hiring is
We got
a big
Dirty Dan up with Holy Grail and stuff like that. Yeah, that's important. We gotta do a video for that. Yeah, do a video if you can. And what do you say? So Golf was saying slow down a little bit or whatnot. I don't know if you were talking about the actual like beat and the song itself. You know.
What makes you think you can
But,
be
yeah.
dirty?
No doubt. GM.
Holy grail, send it through the mail, try that shit, can't hide that shit, them canines got the smell, I've been doing well, but you can't hardly tell, stop it with that fake woke, you just say shit and it fail, dirty, they not liking you, bitch, I don't really like them too, gon' fuck around and catch a sucker, put them in the ICU, they box me in, I'm striking through what's fighting, bitch, I'm wiping you, conniving and I'm thriving, bitch, is what I gotta liken to. I'm creeping, this shit getting creepy. Them bodies be dropping off weekly. Looking for dirty ain't worried. Give them the low, come and seek me. And this shit is too easy. Can't wait till they see me on TV. Bad little bitch, she booted off Molly. Give her a perk, she seen that Cybertron. What I be on, higher than the sky beyond. Put it in the calendar, what date they went expired on. Fuck it, drop a higher bomb. Bitch, I put the fire on. Writing your obituary, where do I inscribe it on? Trust myself, nobody else, praying and spraying, I find us as playing, I'm laying the cards I was dealt.
Yeah, what video game level would this be?
I had never been felt. Bitch, I'm putting ass to belt, don't ask for help, it's bad for health. In silence, I murder them softly. With violence, I make them learn properly. You wasted my time and it cost me. Press up and can see where the boss be. Yeah, everyone crossed me, cocaine it taught me, money it brought me, turning me frosty, I don't give two fucks, who sucks? Get off my dick and go get you some blue bucks. I'm drinking on liquor out 2 cups. It's making me sick, almost blue chunks. You sit at the top over 2 bunks. Just give it some time, like a few months, and wait till he lacking his shoe some. The police can't find out a prove none. Holy grail, send it through the mail. Try that shit, can't hide that shit. Them canines got the smell. I've been doing well, but you can't hardly tell. Stop it with that fake woke, you just say shit and it fail.
All right, not bad. What you?
Hey, no, you can't just come out of nowhere, brother.
Little bit of a bop. That right there was an actual decent record, you know what I'm saying, from you. Again, like both of these, both that and the last record, you know, still within the same sort of confines or whatnot. This one also around like 2 minutes into. You know, you hit it, of course, with a different, you know, kind of style, a little bit more freaking chill, a little bit more just dry in terms of the tone and the performance or whatnot. But I feel like certain aspects you know, work or whatnot. It does feel like it needs a feature, right, to sort of have that contrast of energy and you know, voice and stuff like that. I predict, hold on, let me show you the artists who I would get on that, right, because they sent to the show. Shark City Miko, right, hold on, let me see, where's Shark City Miko at. Which one do I want to play from? Which one do I want to play? I mean, I can go to Be Happy.
Be happy. Fuck all the bullshit I'm going through. Know what I gotta do. Stop telling me what I'm supposed to do. Know what I gotta do. I just wanna be happy. Fuck all that bullshit I'm going through. Know what I gotta do. Stop telling me when I'm
Like
supposed to do.
him?
Know what I gotta do.
Him
I
and
just wanna
you?
be happy.
Could be something there.
So what word don't love me, I love me. I am the good, bad, and ugly, and gotta say thank you and trust me. 757, no one to heaven. Hey, how my career and we're riding so reckless. Can't see that we damaged. Hot water Atlantis. I swim for my family that's deep overstand me. Serious. Food is like money, got a lot on plate. Eating my table, show enough race. Every day, Valentine's Day. In so many ways, show don't say. I'm calling your bae, cause splash ain't the same. Threw you a bag and you're throwing your feelings. Remind me who tripping, we both ain't got feelings. I ain't so crazy about you.
You know what I'm saying?
Currency current somehow got me stuck in the race.
That day he left, Grandma forgive me, streets and say. Sit, chop, kick, move out the way. If you don't, your family ricochet. Money, bigger picture, no portrait. Do it all, yeah, do it again. Burgers got me.
Anyways, big figures salute. You already know what it is. Let's go ahead and head right back into. We got Cold X, yeah, right up in the cusp as we proceed to give you what you need. That was like, who this hard? Yeah, so Shark City Miko, man. Work with him on a song or something. I don't know what the hell to do, but you know what, man? I don't even want it. Freaking a lot of time when I'm whipping it, thinking I'm listening to this shit.
I'm stuck in my grandparents' house without a bed. Sometimes lying there on the couch wishing I was dead. I said I'm tired of the stress that I get from stacking my bread. And when I try to talk about it, they start laughing instead. Now I'm packing the letter, aim at everyone in the game who try to say I was lame and didn't deserve to stay. Here to burst and spray this AK at your vertebrae and leave you lying on the pavement with no soul or brain. You know the name is
Solar
Steven,
brain
the
does not
demon that
rhyme with
never
vertebrae.
sleeps. Here to creep in your dreams, to leave a murder scene. You heard of me, I'm the white ghost you couldn't see. Rapping on the mic deadly like Tommy to some third degree. So as I'm burning trees, y'all would learn from me not to speak a single word of me, or y'all would
Bone
have
Thugs
to
are
turn and flee
different.
to the emergency. Because I was cursed to be
Bone
dropping
Thugs are way
MCs
different.
due to a lyrical murder spree. It's me, the most killer MC the world has ever seen. Stepping out my shadow can murder the scene. So obscene when I rhyme, it's time to blow and shine. Show the world that I can rap and handle the mic. Out of this man of your life, every verse that I write. Have these bars give you a sense of 25 to life. I don't know why y'all would try to fuck with Steve, knowing I leave opponents begging to breathe. Stepping to me is like a dance with the devil and expecting peace. But in reality, you'll be thinking of me and never sleep. Ever think that white boy would snap? I didn't. Started spitting and decided to do it for a living. Took a minute and studied the legends. Signed my soul to the devil. Now I'm sending MCs up to heaven. And don't think for a second I forgot about you, Evan, who bullied in school. Beat me down and treated me like a fool. I'm coming back on the track to slice through your spine. Lace the last 4 lines with fentanyl so you die. I'm destined to spit bass, bred in the Midwest. So you better get off the mic before I gotta twist necks.
This, that. People also like don't want to eat a Big Mac. It's that freaking moment where you will go freaking, you don't know what to like to do, but you own freaking, you don't know like what to do, but you could grow freaking, you don't know what is inside your booty hole. Listen, shit pops out, you know what, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but I get that about freaking a lot of times a day. Don't know what the hell is like in my mind, but I don't know what I would say. I'm still trying to think about what is freaking happening. You know what, homie, man, fuck this. I'm about to go up in the whole street. No, let me stop. So you had some lyricism in there. Yeah, some lyricism in there, you know what I'm saying, more or less. You know, it's more lyricism than like let me ride the beat, you know, type shit, right? I feel like things like this are often better done like live, right? Like when you're just, you know what I'm saying, you're in a little bit of a cipher, someone throws on a beat and then you guys are all, you know, going back and forth, kind of, you know, rhyming, trying to see who can say the most, you know what I'm saying, illest shit and stuff like that. You know, but you know me, man. I want, when it's a recorded song, right? I always look for a structure. I look for the, like, you know, what could allow this to be something you could hear on radio, the next Superbad soundtrack, or just like whatever, you know what I'm saying? You want it to be able to be played anywhere, as opposed to being something that shows a decent demonstration of, you know, somewhat what you can do. But I always need a little bit, you know, more from what we do. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, you know, big salute. Hold on, I can't hit the clap button. Why do you always do that? You didn't tell me that you just left. Hold on, I gotta exit this too, because I've now realized that when I do this. All right, also, I think I'm gonna jump right into. I'm gonna go into, because again, I've been trying to do the clips, freaking reactions and stuff like that. I might jump right back into it. I said I was gonna do the Kendrick one today, so we gonna jump into that. Let me look into YouTube again, and then artists will still be able to send sort of like in between. When we do this, let's see. Okay, clips. I thought I already had everything up. Let me close this window as well. What you say? You think I think a slower track to manage the vocals is the answer for that last one? For the last one? Alright, I'm wondering if I should change the title of the stream right quick, just so we can sort of focus. Hey man, calm down, man. We gotta wait. I mean, I don't know if I should do the video or the song, assuming we got that. Let's see. Re-up. Nope. They gotta sort them out. All right.
To get started in data analytics, you don't need previous.
To get started in data analytics, make sure you get started in data analytics.
None of that makes sense, sir. What up, Luan? It says, send me a shout out. I'm Brazilian and I wanted to see you react to a song by a rapper from here. The thing is that I can't say that now that we're gonna do the clips reaction. Yeah, like what else am I gonna freaking say at this point? All music has to be sent to my email, and so at the moment we are jumping into. Let me see. What do? We did the one with John Legend yesterday. I just didn't like upload that one. Oh, this one already comes with a video. Then we gonna do it. Let me just keep it gutter. All right, so this is. Hold on. Let me do this right. All right, so we got clips with Kendrick Lamar, Pusha T, Malice, Change, and Whips. Okay, music video. I mean, do we even have to say Pusha T and Malice like separately? Cause you in the clips. Both of y'all is in the clips.
It's the baby.
Oh, this that one, like we've heard the Kendrick verse from this as like a little teaser and sneak peek, but now we get to hear the actual song. Let's go.
Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Let's go.
You run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling. Some sign checks I know better than. Beware of my name that there's delicate. You know I know where you're delicate. Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it. You think it'd be valor amongst veterans. I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in a room, but here's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your element. And those lab diamonds under inspection. The question marks block your blessings. It's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message. Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips. It don't take much to put 2 and 2. Your lucky streak is now losing you. Money's dried up like a cuticle. You're gasping for air now, it's beautiful. John 10:10, that's my usual. Mamas is falling out in funerals. And bomb and blow, they now viewing you. They never find the guns, but the sewers do. Bubbles was sick, he need medicine. Brought him back to life, now he dead again. Richard don't make watches for presidents. Just a million trapped between skeletons. This the darkest that I ever been. The diamonds make you taste peppermint. You ain't thriving the snow like it's the Revenant. And send orders back down to keep shoveling.
They made the baby talk.
Said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips. You know, get calling and look side to side like what did they say? And they close voice and making you realize that the devil is talking to you. I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit. All that talent must be God sent. I send your ass back to the cosmics. The things I seen under my eyelids. Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Let's be clear, hip-hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. How many Judases that let me down? But fuck it, the West Mines, we right now. Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck. The 2-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified. Heavy jeans like Genovese. I drop your Pentagon and show up at your gender reveal. And tell them, give me mine. I son niggas, I am the general. Wear my gin and juice. Every song in the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Niggas want the tea on me. Well, here's the ginger root. I generate residuals, bitch. Get off my genitals. They say I couldn't reach Gen Z. You fucking dickheads. You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic. Screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. Niggas is Jenga. God gave me light. A good year full of free will. Trunk card, tell me not to spare your life. Motherfucker. You know we get calling and look side to side like what did they say? And they
good job, good job.
You realize that the devil is talking to you.
All right. Y'all know what it is again. That was the clips featuring Kendrick Lamar with Chains and Whips. 1 to 10, and feedback is welcome. Shout out to like once again, hearing the clips back together again is refreshing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always essentially wanted everybody who pretty much was in music, acting, like whatever it is, it's like you want to get used to being able to see, them as much as possible throughout the years. But things do happen over time that kind of bring people to different conclusions, different sort of sections or sectors of life, and then sometimes they take that break before they eventually come back. So far the comeback does feel strong. We're like maybe 1 or 2 songs essentially in, but it feels good to as I said, hear them back together. They had a structure, of course, on this song. The beat is dope, hard hitting, feels like something that is, of course, perfect to get in there and make a statement with, and perfect for a Kendrick Lamar, right? Kendrick has always been on a few different styles and elements when he gets into most of his records and whatnot, but I feel like some of his best are the ones where it's not just let me rap some random shit to a trap centric beat or something like that. Like, I feel like when he has something to say, like he gets into his intellect a lot better, and goes in deeper with his lines and metaphors and stuff like that. So I appreciate everything, including the Rakim just shout out, more or less, right? Like, people don't know the power in just mentioning an artist, right? And someone like, we look up to our generations, right? When we're coming up in the industry, we sort of like look at those that are our peers within, or maybe a little bit older, you know, than us at a certain point, and the artists that they look up to, we know to respect, right? So it goes without saying that it's important for you to acknowledge the past, those that you do appreciate in those ways, to let the newer generations know, like, you know, who those other people are, whatnot. Because the fact that we even started having conversations about whether Nas or Jim Jones was better, like stuff like that, is ridiculous, right? They're two different generations that, like, you know Jim was inspired by Nas or whatnot, but when you ask a person a question in an interview in a way where they have to either defend themselves or another artist, you never ask an artist a question between them or somebody else. Not everybody is gonna be humble and be like that other, you know, artist or whatnot. And everyone's in that sort of competition. So, but when you put Jim Jones and a Nas together, that just, you know, it gets a little bit freaking crazy or whatnot. Big salute to the song and the video, right? The video had, you know what I'm saying, much visuals, you know, kind of crazy stretched out effects, and the babies. I feel like it was probably one baby multiplied times, you know, 10 or something like that. Of course, we'll have to go back and like analyze, you know, the video for all kinds of stuff. But what do you say? So that person did not let me see, call in. That was the way EPMD got, you know what I'm saying, in your mind back then. Oh, big salute, man. 4 minutes and 30, or you said 4:30 p.m. Rap BET is on at 5. That's what's up. And then one of the best I've heard on here, whatnot, is the livest one, you know what I'm saying? Biggie Smalls is the illest. Shout out to Biggie, man, you know what I'm saying? Biggie, again, Get Money from Biggie has always been my favorite. From Biggie and Kim, perfect little collab. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the next, right? And we're gonna continue on in the album, man. I'm curious on what this one is going to sound like or whatnot, because Tyler the Creator is featured.
Producers, this plugin helps you finish your tracks.
Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator on this one.
16,000 square.
Wait.
8 million up there, 2 million.
Hold up. Did it go to? No, it switched it. Oh, wait, quick. Here's another thing, right? If you know Tyler, you know that he's always been, you know, influenced by Pharrell. And so anytime that he gets to work with him or Pharrell-based artists, you know, I know it's an honor for him. So hearing him on this song again, it's full circle. Full circle.
In my mind, back take Amtrak down south, then she flies back. My connect has ponytails tied back. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. They content create, I despise that. I create content, then they tries that. Run these jewels, there's rules I don't buy back. I've topped all these lists, where's my prize all I see is 60-day stars and 20-year thousandaires. Not enough shopping, whole lot of browsing theirs. My reinvention, I know you thinking how's it fair? You stream kings, but you never fit a crowd in there. Supreme team parallels when the powder clears. I seen things that I'm still not even proud to share. You Zeus Network niggas, you hear me loud and clear. Get these 5,500 to host the niggas out of here. Sand color Rolls Royce, we like Saudis here. The only Audi here is driven by my owl pair. Ghost face with the wrist, bird falconer. Willie Falcone trunk full of talcum here. Shotgun with your ex feels like Malcolm's near. Send a hit through a text, ain't no shouting here. Bypass MIA, too much crowd in there. I spend summers with connects, love that mountain air. POV kilos kilos in my mind. Back, take Amtrak down south, then she flies back. My connect has ponytails tied back. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. They content create, I despise that. I create content, then they tries that. Run these Jews, there's like rules I don't buy back. I've topped all these lists. Where's my prize
okay,
at?
call me Mr. Brella, how I weather the storm. At 43 milli, I peel off like an orange. I got deaf and blind bitches trying to see what it do. Little feature niggas threatening to sue. Tell your lawyer to set the fee. LaFerrari doors open up like it's therapy. That number ain't bread to me. That million is crumbs. You niggas is bums. I'm not a tough guy. I'm a fly boy. Them beats get you stung. Oh, nah. Yeah, they will bust for me.
Sounds
Tricky
so different.
Puzzle me. I could never buy a bitch a Birkin cause she fucking me. I got homes I ain't sleeping in. The options my nigga push. Keep dirty white moving like mosh pits. They watching. I'm like white bitches the way I pop shit. I need God to play the lead in my biopic. The curse of the zeros, where you become the devil or the tap dancing Negro. I came to terms that I'ma probably outgrow my hero. Come get with me.
POV kilos.
That sounds so different now.
Amtrak down south, then she flies
I barely
back.
was
My
like, wait.
Has ponytails tied back. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek. They content create, I despise that. I create content, then they tries that. Run these Jews, there's rules I don't buy back. I've topped all these lists. Where's my prize at?
If they had to weigh the operation, call it obese. I mix it like my homes, then I tell them go deep. The rag top drop, playing hide and go seek. The Bentley leather match the pipe and that's the motif. Just to think I built a rap career off an OZ. I'm watching new niggas rap just to OD. If I didn't give you both sides, I wouldn't be me. I was the only one to walk away and really be free. As far as I'm concerned, I can really be he. I can open up my closet with the skeleton key. If I lied to myself, I could sell it to me. I done sung along with rappers I never believed. Came back for the money, that's the devil in me. Had to hide it from the church, that's the Jekyll in me. I never thought twice what the pressure would be. Cause niggas change look just like oppression to me.
POV kilos in my
Come on, Malice.
Down south, then she flies back. My connect has
kill that shit.
Tied back. I just hit 6 mil behind Tyvek.
Okay.
They content create, I despise that. I create content, then they tries that. Run these Jews, there's rules I don't buy that. I've topped all these lists. Where's my prize at?
That was good. All right, so first rule of thumb, production is nice. I always love a good straight hip hop centric, something that kind of gives you that stink face, makes you want to go in there and really, you know, just rip it up in a certain way or whatnot. I think this is one I think a lot of artists are gonna go in and try to remix themselves or whatnot if they get a hold of that beat. Each artist went in there and did their thing as we would expect, as you would want to, right? Don't waste the beat that you are on, essentially. I'm mostly surprised that, you know, again, when Tyler popped up, just like how different, you know, he sounds, you know, on this beat or whatnot, right? I never know like how he's gonna get on, you know, most records or whatnot, but compared to his earlier Odd Future, you know, stuff and where he'd go, and you know, he was probably the first successful meme, what is the other word that I want to say? Like a meme artist, but like that it was actually, you know, decent or whatnot, right? You know what I'm saying? Like he created content that seemed like it was more for shock value in terms of what he was saying, but he was still, you know, rapping, trying to get in there with bars, but really having fun, right? And it feels like he's, you know, older, a little bit more refined, a little bit more serious with certain things, at least on this record, but still having fun. And I appreciate you know, just seeing or hearing what he was able to do on there. Malice though, you know, MVP of this track right there, you know what I'm saying? One line, you know what I'm saying? Spilton got it. Hold on, let me see what I said. No, we're good. Hold on, cause he's trying to call. one line in terms of he was the only one to leave and really be free or whatnot, right? Like if you know the context, essentially, like, as soon as he left and Pusha T was still out here doing his thing, doing group efforts or solo projects, like he was still being an artist, but Malik just completely stopped making music all together. And I feel like he's saying again, wasn't obligated to still go and do things, for the label and make appearances and do all that. Like he completely left and was really able to kind of have a little bit of his freedom. No one was expecting him to go out there and do a bunch of things and stuff like that. So big salute. I see everybody on Twitch was freaking good, was good. Right now we are doing a reaction to the Clips album and stuff. Let God sort them out. We're trying to see how much we can get through. I will be making clips of, ironically, I will be making clips of each of these reactions and sort of individually posting them. So if you guys got anything to say about each song, let that be known in the chat. I may restart the stream though, so I can actually rename it that, so people know what they're getting into when they pop up. So let me think about it, man. Do I want to? Here, hold on. Let me do a facial kind of reaction thing. Let me do one more. No, well, you know what? Hold on. Do I want to take it from here? No, I'll just hold on. Let me see. Where is this at? Wait, this was a whole nother stream. Dang it. Dang it. Okay, hold up. Where was that? Alright, I'm just trying to get. Just trying to get them. Alright, let me go look at so I can take the screenshot right quick. I don't know which one I want to do yet. Okay, let's see. Let's see which one. That one's too corny. You're like, what the hell? So I almost want to hear it again, man. Listen, I'm telling you though, but that's again that's how you know. That's how you know whether you have a good song, period. Right? Do people want to listen to it again? If it's a one-time listen kind of situation, it's cool. It's alright. Nothing wrong with it. But there's always more that we can do to get people in that other mindset of like, bruh, what was that? Thank you for the experience, right? All right, so let's see. Let me send this to my Telegram. All right, I'm gonna end the streams right now, but I'll be back in a moment or when I will continue the album or whatnot. Again, I gotta do these when my nose isn't freaking running, when I'm not tired, when I, you know what I'm saying, like with these right freaking here. And then again, we'll be able to make sort of like a lot of clips out of it to put in between y'all stuff. I'll be back on the TikTok side as well. So give me about 10 minutes. I don't know what you just said. So you got to jam when the ladies be dancing and stuff like that, right? All right, we'll be back.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is so